Yes, guys, welcome back. So, I hope everyone's doing well. This is the first ever Jamie Phillips call-in show with my guest host, Hugo the Savage. Savage, how you doing, my friend?
Come on, man. I'm good, man. Big up Dua Lipa for no reason. Come on.
Dua Lipa for no reason. Love it. So, guys, what's going to happen is me and Savage are going to chat for a little bit till people start to come in, talk about some topics, Liverpool topics at this moment in time. And then once everyone comes in, what we'll do, we're going to put the link in the chat. You guys can then come in and call in. What you'll have about 2 or 3 minutes to say, whatever it is you want to say to me and Savage, any Liverpool questions or any questions in general you want to talk about. And then we'll chop it up, talk about it, and then we'll get the next person in after that, guys. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. First of all, we're going to talk about a certain Sadio Mane, who was seen today in Bayern Munich colours. Bayern Munich colours. And yeah, it's a sad day. It's a sad day. I've got a video coming out tomorrow. My video tomorrow afternoon is the end of an era, the front three. And I put a question on it. Is it Liverpool's best ever attack in their history, not just Premier League era? And I think it's one to talk about as well tomorrow. But yeah, Mane leaving, Savage. I mean, he's officially gone. He's in Munich colours. It's done. It's dusted. How you feeling now? It's all finished with.
I don't care, man. It's the ops on it. I ain't got football's too emotional. I ain't got time to care too much, man. Of course, I dropped a message in your chat earlier saying I've had enough of Mane talking stuff like that. Only because usually when someone's incoming and there's loads of talk about it, and you end up getting exciting, but talking about one of the greatest Liverpool players ever leaving every single day, and we just knew it was coming. It was horrible. It's like somebody warning you your missus is going to cheat on you because they came back from the future. Am I right? So I'm just waiting for it then. Listen, Mane, I say all that, and then I seen him turn up at the Allianz, and you can't help but smile when you see Mane.
No, you can't.
And you just said end of an era, and then it just gave me flashbacks of the Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Undertaker, bro. So I don't. Honestly, I can't hate the geezer at all. I want nothing but good for him, but he does play for Bayern Munich now, and I don't care about how good he does for them. To be honest, I want him to stay healthy and stuff like that. But if he scores one goal for them, I couldn't care less. I feel the same way I did about Genie leaving. I've lost Steven Gerrard in my life. After that, everyone else is whatever in it. So
exactly. Look, we all love Sadio. He's moved on now. He's gone to Parsha's new. What I will say is the transfer itself is a bit. I don't think at the end of the day it was all about money, because he has gone for a 3-year contract, which is quite a short contract.
Yeah,
and it's believed to be around 220 to 250 a week. So doesn't look like he's gone to Bayern Munich for money, because I think, to be fair, Liverpool could have offered him near the 200. If Liverpool offered him 3 years and 200 grand a week, and he had 250 in the same amount of years at Bayern Munich, I think he stays. But I don't think it's about money with Sadio. As we know, Sadio gives half his money away anyway.
yeah.
You look at everything he's built, by the way. I saw it on Twitter the other day, everything he's built, but in his villages and surrounding areas in his country and that. It's amazing. And no, by the look of it, I think it looks like he's left to experience something new, an easier way of life maybe. Because when you look at the contract he's gone for and everything that going to Bayern, I always feel like going to Liverpool, Bayern Munich is a bit weird. I can always get the Liverpool to Real Madrid scenario, or to Barcelona when they were Barcelona a few years back. I could get that.
Yeah.
But the transfer to Bayern Munich seems weird. When you see it's the contract, what he's gone for, I don't know about you, I can only think it's not nothing to do about money like everyone was saying. It's about, he just wants to experience something new for a few years and have maybe a bit of an easier life.
Yeah, I agree. I think the money thing's always weird in football when people start talking about people wanting money and all this business, because that's gonna come with the territory of getting a new contract anyway. Even if you're not a money grabbing type of person, or you don't care too much, you're just not gonna move on for a contract less than what you was getting. It's just weird, isn't it? In a regular job you'd do that. Yeah, I mean, if you're moving from Asda to Aldi play a bit more, like that. So your happiness is involved, but I'll either get paid a bit more. With the contract, I think it goes back to what I said before. I don't feel like the footballers feel the way we do about. I say we, a lot of people. Some people are more disrespectful about other leagues than others, and some people just don't think they're as good, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think the footballers feel like that, and the reason is because they come up against some of these teams in the Champions League and stuff like that. Some of the teams who are like not even on Bayern Munich's level, but in that league, and are getting beaten by them and stuff. So for them, it is a challenge. He has won everything at Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think if you asked him early in his career at Liverpool, will you finish your career at Liverpool? I think he still would have said, I'll see what happens. I don't think it's a thing where he doesn't love Liverpool and stuff like that. I honestly think the age is at is how long's he been in England for now? 7, 8 years, maybe?
2 years at Southampton?
2 years Southampton.
Something like that. So he's been
Yeah.
here a long time.
So you want to experience the rest of the world. I know he's, I know he's been in Germany and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's a different experience. It's different players to play with. And I don't think it was solely about money either. I don't think so. Some people are a little bit more sensitive as well, to be honest. So it could just feel a bit, I don't know. I think the AFCON thing was not a deciding factor, because I think he was always going to leave. And to be honest, everyone's like, I can't believe we've let him go and stuff. Trust me, like, we were going to... that COVID season, there's hundreds of Liverpool fans not saying that. They wanted rid.
Even at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Christmas people.
Yeah. So I think it's probably best for... It's probably one of them movements, what's best for both parties, really. As much as Mane did well for... Was it like... He wasn't rubbish at the beginning of the season, but for the whole season, probably about 4 or 5 months out of the season, he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone is over-exaggerating how good he was now, just because he was getting the goals needed. But to be fair, he was doing the same job Jota was doing before him. Jota was just getting goals as well. And if you look prior to that, the season before, he was not good at all. And the season before that, he was bad for half a season. So I feel like FSG were already planning to get rid of him. That's why they brought Diaz in. Yeah. And then Mane said he was having trouble with himself and he didn't know what was wrong. And if Klopp didn't make that move to put him in the centre, which was an accident, people probably would have been saying different stuff now. They'd probably be like, I'm glad we got rid of him, blah, blah. So, yeah, but I'm going to have good memories of Mane. We get to see all his goals still. We've had the best of him. I'm sure he'll go on and score many goals for Bayern Munich, win the title there and stuff like that. Even though we think it's cut and dry, it's another title for him. So
yeah, he'll kill it. Exactly. I'm going to say this. This might be me. This might rock the boat, but I think it was the right time for him to leave.
I do as well.
I think it was the right time to leave. If I look at the last 2 years, of Sadio Mane, I'd say he's had 6 good months.
And that's been generous.
Yeah, and 6 great, good months in the last 2 years, in my opinion. Now, I know he's 30. I don't think he's going. I don't think age is like it used to be, because they look after themselves much better now, footballers. But I think he's declining quicker than Mo Salah at the same age, in my opinion. Yeah. And if I'm going to keep one of them, it's going to be Mo. Yeah. And so I think it's probably the right time to let Sadio go. Now, when we're talking about the contract situation, look, the rumour is Mo Salah was on. Sadio Mane was on 180 grand a week. So all this 100 grand a week that's being mentioned everywhere. Apparently, he's on 180 grand a week, and he was always on a high wage. So he's not gone to Bayern Munich for a heck of a lot more. So that's why I'm saying the money situation, I don't believe it's there. I do think, though, he knows about the shit talk from fans on social media in the last 12 months. You heard Gini Wijnaldum talk about it. Gini was very love the club, but some of the fans on social media give me a stick all the time. Got a bit hard eventually. I know Mo's not. I don't think Sadio Mane's really on social media, but you hear things, don't you?
Yeah, you know what, Jamie? Probably you're right about the social media thing, but it could be a different thing in the fact of, he heard from social media. It doesn't have to be negative things he's heard for him to change his mind. It could have been the over positive vibe of how Salah was treated after AFCON. So it might not have been bad stuff about him, but to be fair to him, he's going to be in contact with all of his teammates in Senegal. And if you watch the players who play for big teams, when they all got back to their ground and stuff, their training ground, there's like a massive celebration. You know what I mean? Kind of like when France won the World Cup, when the players went back to their clubs, it was a massive celebration and stuff. And with Liverpool, it felt like, let's all walk on eggshells. People were speaking about, let's be honest, people were speaking about Salah like he was a child. Oh my God, I feel so bad for him. People look like they're going to cry on live streams and stuff. Oh, I feel, bro, both our top players are on opposite teams. They've got to play against each other. It's international football. It's not Liverpool. And then the week after, they have to play each other again anyway, or 2 weeks after. Whoever wins, celebrate that they've won on it. Like, it did seem a bit like, yeah, Sadio, you won that. But over here, Salah's sad and stuff. And it's okay for Salah to be rubbish the rest of the season because he lost at AFCON. It's not okay. And these are professionals. Of course, we give them leeway. I love both of them. But listen, people normally go on the decline as they get older. There's very few special talents in the world that get better with age, or they change up their game and start to get better. Benzema's one of them. He's been dope the whole time. He used to be in Ronaldo's shadow. He seems to get better with age. Lewandowski's got better with age. Sadio, at the age he was from the start of lockdown, which is like, say, about 2 years now, if you're FSG and you're looking at the trajectory of how he's been playing and you put down a bar chart, and I've done sports science, man, even if you put down a graph, you'd be like, listen, we might need to cash in on this guy, you know, because he's starting to look like he's got a fake passport, bro. Let's be honest, man, he was. I love the guy. It's not me going against it. Everyone else is doing this thing now. It's like, oh, well, you know, he's been great. I'm like, no, when he was having that bad season, I stuck by him 100%, but I wasn't happy with the performances. And it was, you know, when you love something so much and it's just bothering you because you just want to be like, nah, it's okay. But he was not very good. And then Salah's has been a small period where he's fell off. It's a small period. So that's more like he's out of form. Let's give him a chance, see how the season starts, and I'm sure he'll come firing back and stuff like that. Even Salah last season, he carried us for a lot of the season. Without his goals, no top four. So, well, not last season, the season before, you know what I mean? But it's one of those ones, man. People said if Mane, I think John just said, and to be fair, he's like, if Mane had signed, would you be saying the same thing? I was saying the same thing the whole time. I honestly was. As soon as Diaz, I knew there was talk about Diaz. I was like, yeah, I can see what FSG is doing here. They would have phased him out, and Mane wouldn't have been happy staying on the bench. Luckily, he got the number 9 spot. But if he didn't, say that Jota's performances as well as his goals, and he got kept out of the team, Mane would have left anyway. Promise, he would. There's no way he's sitting on the bench, and he shouldn't. But
exactly. Still got a lot to give that other team, don't he? But no,
yeah, of course, he's great, man.
Look, we all love Sadio. I just feel the Premier League's a bit different to other leagues. Now, in Germany, say Bayern Munich, they had Ribéry and Robben on their wings forever.
Legends.
In their 30s. Now, they're very tremendous footballers, but I can guarantee you right now, if the German league was anything like the Premier League and competitive, they wouldn't be there right now.
Ben Mee would have sorted that, bro.
They would have moved them on because, look, the German league's a fantastic league. It's not as competitive and as hard fought as the Premier League. It's just a simple fact, but it's still a good league at the end of the day. You can't have 32, 33-year-olds, as good as they are, still, for me, at your club continuously. And this is where everyone's getting the problem with our midfield. So everyone's moaning that we've still got Henderson and Milner in our midfield, and they should be moved on to get younger people in when they're still doing a job. But when we talk about your likes of your Salahs and Manes, we think, no, they have to stay forever. So I get a bit confused about it all, Bill. Also about confused. I know, Steve, I know you, Statman, I know you've already muted his comments, but I'm going to bring them up because these comments are starting to pee me off. And I'm going to need to talk about it. So FSG 8, you can say that if you want. I mean, go FSG 8 all your nuts if you want, if you're 5 years old. But we're not winning nothing next season with this squad, right? I said this afternoon, does my head in. 8 weeks ago, Liverpool fans, best squad we've had in our lifetime. Can't believe the team we have. This squad is amazing. 8 weeks later today, 21st of June, 18 minutes past 8 in the evening. We're dead. The season's finished. City have already won it. What's changed? What's changed? All of a sudden, we came so close to doing the impossible, winning a quadruple. You know, we lost. Everyone forgets. With 15 minutes left of the Premier League season, Villa were 2-0 up against Manchester City.
Right.
You know, if things go our way, we win the Premier League. Champions League final is what it was. We lost to one of the greatest European sides of all time. It weren't like we lost to Portsmouth. You know, we're still there, guys. For me, City and Liverpool are still neck and neck. And what people have got to start remembering, City ain't going to be as strong as they are this season. I know people think that's balmy because they bought Alvarez. And
Tell them, Jay.
But Mahrez,
if you lose Bernardo Silva, your team's different. I'm telling you, this is world class.
Mahrez is a tremendous right winger. Who the hell are they going to find that replaces Mahrez and does, one, the job he does, and two, hardly plays? You know, at the same time, who are they going to find? Jack Grealish is not as good as Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side of that attack.
No, it's
I don't
not.
care what anyone
Sterling's
says.
underrated, to be fair.
Fernandinho is a tremendous miss. I don't care what anyone says. The dirty tactics, the shithousery, the great play he brings Manchester City, he will be missed. You know, whoever they replace him with is not going to be as good as the football. And then Bernardo Silva. Now, no matter what people think of Bernardo Silva, yeah, he's a rat, but he's a tremendous foot. He's a world class.
He's world class. I heard people saying he wasn't. He's world class, bro. This guy
is a world class midfielder. His ability on the ball is ridiculous. He can play on the wing, and he transfers himself into a number 8. I mean, that's how good of a player he is. He's not a number 8. He's an attacking player playing the wide areas, but he plays as a number 8 for Man City, and he's a tremendous talent.
Yeah,
I don't care who they buy. They are weakening their team by losing them 4 players, in my opinion. I think Sterling will be a big miss. If you look at the Pep Guardiola story since he's been at Man City, Sterling's at the number 1 of it. It all started with Sterling. Sterling was the man at Man City for all the Pep years. Yeah, Aguero was there, but you ask Pep, Sterling played every bloody week ahead of a lot of talent as well.
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva came in, beautiful footballer. You know, Mahrez on the right-hand side, a man can get 20 odd goals a season. Yeah, like I always say, I don't ever remember him scoring goals, but he does score important goals for Man City.
Champions League for sure, man.
Yeah, and he's very creative on that right-hand side. And look at the minutes he plays. It's not like he's playing week in, week out. So to replace these players are still going to be a problem to Man City. They're not going to get better players, in my opinion. And then De Bruyne is getting older. He's not going to get any work. Like, obviously, he's a tremendous player, but he is getting older. You know,
he gets injuries as well.
He gets muscle injuries. I think he's going to be 30 this season. So he's getting older. And doing a three-peat, trying to do a three-peat is so difficult. As well as only 2 teams, Liverpool, Man United, in the top league have ever done it in the top league ever. It is extremely hard. And I think everyone's just looking, they've got Haaland and Alvarez, and they're just going to be dynamite next season, and everyone's in their wake. Now, you got to equal it out. For me, at this moment in time, City and Liverpool are still neck and neck. There's not much in it at all.
I agree. I think the biggest, not worry, because football's competitive and I love it, man, but I think people probably need to be looking at the rest of the league of where they're going to come and cause some problems. Maybe not in fact of getting into the top 1 or 2, but what they do to Liverpool and Man City when they're playing them in that, because everyone's strengthening their team. And I agree with you. I think if you weigh it up the way the fans are, and let's take out Alvarez, because let's be honest, most people haven't watched him play. You know what I'm saying? So I've watched him, but he's a baller, to be fair. But most people haven't watched him play. See, Haaland's what everyone's hanging it on. They had Aguero before, still balling out. It's not like, it's a weird thing because of how Pep plays. The striker doesn't really, without being disrespectful, they can be world class, they can be the best striker in the world, but they don't make that much difference just because of the way they play football. They can put anyone in that spot. I mean, everyone tried to do the thing where they had no strikers. They did, but whether you decide to play with them or not, that's completely different. But even if you've seen before when the way he played with Barcelona and stuff like that. It doesn't really need a centre man to finish. So Haaland getting a few extra goals, he'll be taking some of the midfielders' goals away, getting some extra. Probably more useful in the Champions League than anything. But we don't know who's gone 100% yet. But if it is that Mahrez, Sterling, Bernardo Silva go, I'll let them off with Fernandinho, even though I think he's a baller, but he's getting older. So you take them 3 people. Haaland's talent does not match up to those 3 people, not one bit.
No,
because when I look at Liverpool playing against them, which is the biggest game, the Bernardo Silva is the person I worry about when we're playing against them. Of course, De Bruyne, but that guy's got all the energy and the techers and stuff like that. Mahrez coming off the bench, they're not going to get somebody as talented as him to be on the bench. It's not going to happen. Because all them players that we've just said can get into the top. They can get into the top teams and play first team football. So very interesting. And we've lost Mane, but we haven't lost 4 years ago left wing Mane. We've lost number 9, played good for 4 or 5 months Mane. I'm sure that Nunes can get the goals he done. Even if Nunes' performances are not good, he can get the goals because Jota did it in that centre spot. And then apart from that, we've not lost anyone. So that's the same team that nearly won 4 trophies. All of a sudden, the trophies, it's impossible because we didn't do it. If you can come that close, it's possible. You know what I mean? People said the Invincibles was impossible before. It's not. It can, you know what I mean? It can happen. So, and that person who said we're not going to win any trophies this season with this team, by the way he's speaking and by his own logic, then we should just win the League Cup and FA Cup again if that's the case, because we've got the same team. So, it's a lot of rubbish, man. Panic stations.
People are just really panicking. That's my nutting. But big old John Conway. But no, John, he gave me enough today, man.
Yeah, John, you're a legend, mate.
He is superb, man. John Conway, biggest it was for a new challenge, Ali. Exactly. Give Sadio his effing contract. FSG need to wake up and spend the money. I'm not saying you're not wrong on there, but at the same time, like I said 8 weeks ago, you're all saying we had the best squad you've ever seen as a Liverpool fan. So, what's true and what's false? Or do we just live in a world where we live in a reactionary world? We only care about what's happening in the next 5 minutes. And
I think you might be right there, Jay, because it seems that
way we live
what everyone said about us having the best right back and the best left back and the best centre back and the best goalie and Thiago in midfield and the best. You can't be true then, and everyone must have been lying.
Yeah, exactly. All these players are average, Don't agree, Jay left because FG weren't paying what he wanted. It's a joke. To be honest, I wouldn't give him 250 grand a week either at 30. He's on the decline, in my opinion, and it's not like a decline where it's like, oh no, like that. It's like maybe a tiny little one, but you can see it. You can see it. And for me, I think he was just on cloud 9 after winning AFCON, and I think that might have clouded it a little bit.
Yeah.
FSG are lucky to have Klopp and the way he treated the club. Right, I'm gonna say this one more. Right, I'm gonna say this one more time, guys. If Jurgen Klopp was not happy being a Liverpool Football Club manager, he wouldn't have signed a new contract. If you're at a job and you're very good at what you do and you've got great skills and you know you can go anywhere else and get either the same money or more money, but you're not happy with your owner and he's not giving you what you want, do you sign that new contract? Of course you see out the contract you've already got. Now, this is what I keep saying. You've got to draw a circle, put FSG and Jurgen Klopp and all his staff in that same circle. They all believe in one vision. They all believe in one goal. That's a song, ain't it? A bit of Queen there. They just believe in the same thing. Otherwise, he wouldn't have signed that contract. There's no way he works for a club where he's thinking, I can't keep doing this. It's like Borussia Dortmund all over again. I'm just going to lose that player to whoever. And I know the owners are not going to give me the money to be able to build this club up again and keep going for the next 4 years. So I can't do it. So he obviously believes in everything. Are we lucky we got Klopp? We're lucky. FSG are lucky. Everyone's lucky because he's, in my opinion, the best manager in world football. But
yeah, and Klopp's bank account's lucky as well. Come on, man.
yeah. I mean, I think he's the third highest paid manager.
He's, man, people speak about Klopp like he's doing the job for free and that. I mean, I love the guy, man, but he's still getting paid, bro.
Exactly. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to put the link in the chat. So what we're going to do, so this is the first ever call-in show. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I want everyone to come in, and then we're going to pick someone to come onto the show, and you're going to have 2 to 3 minutes to say what you want to say to me and Savage, and then we'll chop it all up and get the next person on. A bit like they do at Coppish, yeah? I'm basically stealing Coppish's idea, but they won't mind. So, guys, if you've seen like Coppish, it's going to be Coppish style. I'm going to put the link in the chat right now. You go come in, you have 2 to 3 minutes to ask your question. We chop it up, get you out, and then everyone else can come in and have their say. Big up Demo. We'll wrap the league up by January. I love Demo. That's what I love about Demo.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, of course. Hold on a minute. Did this geezer just say I need to get to the gym? Big bro.
Who?
Yeah, of course. Wait. Let's address this, bro. Big man, I am 19 stone 2. Half man, half amazing, built like a god, and I'm trying to lose weight, and you just said my top's loose. That's fine. This is a double XL, big man. You know, like that. Come on, bro. I'll bench press your dad, bro. Yo, I'm solid, bro. You think I'm Lukaku? I'm massive, bro. Come on. Don't let the webcam fool you, bro. This is a double XL, bro, and it's a New Balance top as well, bro. You know what I mean? The last season's Liverpool top was bursting at the seams. I had to get 2 of them.
One on each arm. Sew them together. You go. Mane's done recorded. Yes, I saw this. He's recorded an interview to say goodbye, and that is.
I haven't watched it. Has everyone watched it already?
It hasn't come out yet, but apparently he recorded something to say goodbye to the fans. Yeah, that's going to be emotional. Big up to views. We'll win again and prove our fans wrong up the red.
Big up, man. Big up the chat.
Sandwich my name, Seven.
Hey, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, love you, bro. Come on, it's all love. You know the vibes.
Savage, you got that Booker T vibe.
Oh, thanks, man. That's my guy still. I love Booker T, man.
Booker T, man. Big up, everyone. Just home from work. Pick yourself up 6 times. Love Mane, but he's a Bayern player now. We're going to go into an era, and it's going to be a right, boys. Can't wait. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the link's up there, guys. So if anyone wants to come in, have their say, just come in and have your say, guys. Check it up. Jamie, the talk when he signed the deal, he was promised FSG would sort out Mane and Salah deals. Apparently,
is that for Klopp?
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard it from Klopp himself. So
it's a hard one, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah,
it's a hard one. I get it for you because obviously you're doing everyday videos and that you're gonna have to speak about what rumors and that are about. But like deep down, it's like, listen, the way you hear Klopp speak, there's no way he's told anyone these things, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd like to see it. I mean, there's a reason they let Sadio. I've always said it with Gini Wijnaldum. You look at Gini Wijnaldum, Poch didn't even fancy him at PSG, and you look at it now and it's like, well, Liverpool right to let him go because, they actually gave him flop of the season. I didn't know that was a real award, but apparently it is. I mean, that's savage.
It's a weird thing, yeah. Because I'll be fair to Gini. I wanted to see how they were going to play him. If they're going to play him like Netherlands Gini, because I was like, they don't need him to play him like Liverpool Gini because they've got enough players there. And when I watched him, he was fine, but they kind of mistreated him in terms of giving him game time and stuff. But they niced up his bank account in it, whereas Liverpool is the opposite. And I do agree. Yeah, he probably wanted a bit more money, especially with the way everyone got after the Champions League, at least. You know what I mean? I think there's a few new contracts that got signed then and stuff. But yeah, it's one of those, man. I think if you want to go technical and say we missed him last season, then because I heard people say that we would have won the league and all this business if we had Gini. It's out, you know what I mean? It's possible. What I will say is possibly one of those games that we threw away, Gini probably would have stopped us throwing one of them games away. And then by virtue, we probably would have had an extra point or an extra 3 points. I'll give him that. But if you're just speaking about the whole thing, like normally when Liverpool's fell apart in games and we had Genie went missing as well. So yeah, I mean he's great, man, but he did go missing a few times. You know what I'm saying? So big up to him.
How can you be a flop if you don't play weird? Like Grealish is a flop and you actually play Genie, didn't get a chance. I know. I can't believe they actually do it. Like there is a thing there. Oh, it's mad. It's mad.
No. I hate the guy.
Probably sandwiches at Brummy.
Don't. I've literally, when I mean I've actually had an altercation with this guy in real life, Robbie Savage. I've actually, like, I don't like him.
No.
I don't like him. Yeah, I'm saying I will tell details and stuff, but then I have to tell you my information. But I used to play like high level football on it, and yeah, the geezer was he's a scumbag, man. I've never seen somebody so arrogant and so average.
Oh, I know. But you notice that all the time. The average players are the most arrogant ones. You know.
Yeah.
I always see that. It's like Bruno.
Do you see Crouchy on stage at the Kasabian concert?
Yeah.
What a legend, man.
Oh no.
That's a legend.
You can't not love him, can you? But yeah, there's so many average players that are so arrogant, like Bruno Fernandes, basically.
Yeah.
The Brighton game slows it down. Genie was missed in parts, but
yeah, of course, yeah.
I don't think it was like that's why we didn't win the League of Champions League. That's just silly talk, you know what I mean? Yeah. Jerry James show. Let's get Jerry on, my man.
Like Jerry, you know.
How you doing? How you guys doing, man? You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
That must be a bit random for Jerry. I'm saying his name like we're homers and that, but it's because I see him on other channels.
That's all good, man. All good. When we're Liverpool fans, I mean, we're all good, man.
Good, man.
What do you want to say, my friend?
Yeah, man. I'm hearing this stuff about Genie, man. I think what people are forgetting is that we've essentially replaced a midfielder that played made 30, maybe 29 appearances in the Prem with someone that played 38 games and played every single game for us. And that's obviously Thiago and Wijnaldum. Now, of course, we can see that Thiago is obviously technically way more gifted. Of course he is. But Genie offered us something that we don't have in our team at the moment, which is we keep the ball. So when we go and teams try to counter us, he wins the ball back and we keep it. If you look at Busquets at Barca, and I've been saying this on my channels as well, Busquets at Barca, he's a DM, but what he does really well, he's not a destroyer like a Fabinho or a Kante. He keeps the ball, which allows teams to retain possession. And we don't play that Gengen press style anymore. We're trying to move towards this possession-based style. That's when you need players like a Genie. And to let a Genie go that plays 38 games consistently, every single game, gives you a 7 out of 10 minimum every week. To replace them playing a Naby Keita or Elliott, which can go hot and cold for different reasons. Obviously, Keita being just inconsistent and injured, and obviously Elliott just being young. Your team's going to struggle with that. Your team struggles with that. And I do feel having a player like that in your team does mean that in a couple of the games when you're playing against Brighton or Brentford, you don't draw those games, you win those games. You win those games. Why? Because you have someone there that's just knows, all right, we're going to keep the ball. And that's obviously also a tactic employed by Klopp. That's not Genie saying, oh yeah, I'm just gonna stay back. I'm gonna try to keep the ball, and I'm gonna turn on it. Do you know what I mean? A sixpence.
That's what I said, because he don't play like that for Netherlands.
No, because Pep Yildiz himself. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's obviously the coach's voice.
Yeah.
And he speaks about how, and they speak about how Genie went against Klopp's word, and Klopp told him to go and do one thing. He said, "No, I'm getting forward," and he got 2 goals. And Klopp couldn't say anything to him because he got the goals. But we can see that Klopp's the type of manager that he doesn't like mavericks. You've seen it. Curtis Jones in the academy, and I know I'm moving up, but Curtis Jones in the academy was an attacking mid, a left mid that created stuff out of nothing, that got us goals, that could, do you know what I mean, win games for the academy team. He comes into the first team, does that for a bit when Klopp's just like, express yourself. Then what happens? Creativity just gets curbed. Naby Keita for Guinea, Naby Keita for, do you know what I mean? Injuries aside, Naby Keita for Guinea or Naby Keita at RB Leipzig was a creative force. Why? Because he's able to express himself. What happens when you play in that Klopp system in the midfield? That gets curbed. Harvey Elliott, we started seeing, why are you not shooting enough? Why do you keep doing this 1-2 and just, why are you covering Salah and Trent for? I mean, I think there's a pattern to be said. So for me, I don't know. That's really what I got
That's
to say.
Jamie. I said the exact thing last week about Curtis. The exact thing. Like, I watched him before he played in the Liverpool first team, and I was like, "There's no way." All of a sudden, his attack and Genie for Netherlands gets forward and he's playing assists and shooting and stuff, and all of a sudden keep the ball. And I think Naby gets confused with that more than anyone.
Yeah.
It's like he loses his mind. It's like, hold on a minute, I'm trying to get forward, and then he just stops. It's a weird thing, man.
Yeah, my worry for this whole thing as well is that with Diaz, Klopp's openly said, "Oh yeah, I just told Diaz just to play his game. Didn't really give him any tactics. Didn't tell him what to do and stuff." I'm worried that kind of ingenuity and that kind of you don't know what he's going to do is going to be taken out of his game, because you can see with our wingers we're really predictable. We're really predictable. Salah goes in from out to in. Mane goes from out to in or tries to beat his man, and then, do you know what I mean? Robbo gets down the byline and crosses. There's no, oh, you know what? I'm going to come inside and I'm just going to I'm going to double up and pack out the midfield. And there's no, I'm going to talk about this in depth on my channel as well. But for me personally, since Buvac left, there's no tactical kind of change or development from our team. It's very kind of gang press. We're playing this way and this is the only way we can play. And if it doesn't work, then it is what it is. And then you get players to kind of just that are fresh and they might obviously do well. But when you're a possession-based team and you're going up against teams, do you know what I mean? Like around Madrid, you see what they do. They just tactically adjust to the team. And then what happens? They beat us. You're going to play against Chelsea. You're going to play even to the point where Man City themselves have come up against Liverpool and said, you know what? We're not doing our possession thing anymore. We're just going to go and switch the ball as quick as possible. We're going to switch it from left to right. We're going to play balls in behind. Even though that's not our game plan, we're going to go long. Why? Because it works. And I think Liverpool need to start to try adopt that anyway. Yeah.
Do you think that sometimes, because I think we might be the only team in the Prem maybe that coming up against certain opposition, as much as everyone wants to go, we want to play our own game. You got to show the other team some respect, and we never change the way we play depending on opposition sometimes. Whereas like what you just said, what you just said about Man City, that was very noticeable in not the FA Cup game, the last Prem game we played against them.
Yeah.
So many, like, they saw the high line and Pep said, listen, we're changing the way we play. De Bruyne get the ball and every single time it looked like they was going to score when they went through.
You saw it with City against Atletico Madrid as well. They just went direct. They just said, we're going to sit back, we're going to soak up pressure, and we're getting direct. They never do that. When do they just give the possession? They never do that. Why? Because they've seen you've got to change the way you play to win games. I think that's just the basics. Like, you can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. And I do feel that hinders us 100%, because our whole style of play works when you're the underdog. When you're the team that's, I mean, not getting players and stuff, then of course it works. But yeah, I'm at Jamie.
You are right. You are right there, man. Because that's literally what Pep used to do that as well. Pep has changed his ways a little bit. He used to stay the exact same way every time, and now he's like, nah.
It's madness.
No one cares about the game being beautiful if you win the game. So
exactly.
Joe, you make some great comments, mate. Let everyone know where they can find you as well. Make sure you've got your own channel.
YouTube, the Jerry James Show, obviously, where we discuss all things Liverpool, tactics, controversy, reviews, all that type of thing. Also follow me on Twitter at Jerry James Show. We can obviously communicate, converse about anything. Just obviously hit me up and we'll open it. Hugo Savage, I didn't even know you. Have you got your own channel as well?
Yeah, I got a few stuff. I got it.
I'll definitely give you a follow. I'll give you a check out. I'll give you a check out. Just give me a message, or I'll try to find you.
I'll follow you. Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Definitely, man. Big up, Jamie. Good work, hard work, man. Consistent.
Thank you very much, my man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on, fella.
See you later, brother. Peace.
No, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry made some good points there. Look, with Genie, he's right. We have lost that. We haven't really replaced Genie, have we? Let's be fair. We haven't actually.
You know that there was like from the way we spend money and way we buy players and this replacing thing. I think it's who is there to replace him. Basuma would have been the guy.
Yeah,
and he would have done that and offered more. He would have been an upgrade. And we didn't get him. Yeah. And one point he made about Buvac leaving. I said this before, man. The thing is, one thing I will say, Klopp's quite open with stuff like that. He doesn't, when you listen to him speak, it's a lot of bigging up his coaching stuff, because I think Klopp knows where his limits are as a tactician and stuff. He wasn't a very good footballer himself, so he knows that his stuff lie in man management and foreseeing different parts of the game, and then he relies on different people to do different things. That's why they mentioned the thing about the throw-ins and stuff like that. You think that Buvac would have been like, oh yeah, we've won the league based on throw-ins? That would never have happened.
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I think they're doing the best they can with who their staff is. He's loyal to the staff he's got around him and stuff like that. But the 100% thing is the durability of Genie. We know that anyway, that he's always going to be available. And yeah, the fact that sometimes, which you mentioned, we spoke about it in the season, that sometimes the game looks like it's required to change the way we play. Even if you don't want to do it from the beginning, at least adjust in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's sometimes we don't, and we just go to, okay, give the ball to Hendo or Trent and first time cross with no one who's tall in the box. And remember, like most of the Premier League teams, their centre backs are not small. I don't think there's anyone in the Prem who's got tiny centre backs. So it's like whip it in, and some people love it, man. We made Emerson Royale look like a great footballer in that game, and he's not. But and Dyer and flipping Ben Davies, because if all you're gonna do is cross the ball in, people love that. People like Burnley and that, they love them kind of things, bro. So he's definitely got a point there. But yeah, I don't think we're not going to go backwards now. I don't think they'll try and replace Genie. They'll probably just have to try and change the way we play football. So.
Exactly. Right, let's bring John in. John's been waiting. John, how you doing, my man?
Not bad, man. How's you?
Good.
Big up,
right.
John, man.
3 minutes. Okay, you ready?
Go ahead.
3 minutes started. Go for it.
Right. We all agree we need a centre midfielder, right?
Yes.
Right. We're going to have to do him. We're getting him next summer.
That's my guy, man.
Why not get Genie Wijnaldum in on a season-long loan? He knows the club, he knows Clap, he knows how we play. And he's always fit. He could do a hell of a good season for us. Clap wanted him to sign a new deal for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He pushed FSG to get him a new deal, and they wouldn't give him it.
Yeah, that's facts. I know Klopp wanted to keep him.
Klopp never steps in for a player like that unless he knows he's got a player on his hands. PSG done him dirty this year.
Oh, yeah, massively.
He didn't get a chance whatsoever. The PSG fans never talked to him from the very start.
Yeah.
He was always going to fail. In terms of Mane, I know you guys are saying that you probably say it now, but if Mane signed a new contract at 250 grand a week for 3 years, you've been happy with that deal?
I don't know if I would have.
I don't know.
I don't know if I trust his legs to carry on. Honestly,
Mane still got it. We're talking about we're talking about a player that was in contention with Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. No, you got a point.
Agreed. I agree with you. I mean, I don't think that the Ballon d'Or's a bit of a mess in it, because if he had won it, I don't think anyone honestly would have thought he was the best player in the world. But you are right.
Now, we all agree Mo Salah deserves a new deal.
Certainly do.
Right? Mane's just as good as Mo Salah.
Yeah, probably a better footballer.
He's a better footballer, Mo.
Right, so why not give Mane the 250 grand a week?
Oh, man.
Where's your argument against it? If you're going to give Salah that money, then why not give Mane?
It's a fair point you make, mate. It's a fair point you make. I just don't know. I feel like he's digressing quicker than what Mo is. That's my opinion, anyway. That's just my.
But again, Mo Salah has been shit.
No,
yeah, we said for the last part of the season, 4 months at least, it wasn't very good.
He was shit.
Yeah,
but we all want.
No, he was because there was games when he was like the worst player. There was at least 4 games when he was worse than everyone. Didn't affect the game
he
at all.
was shit, but Mane was brilliant.
Yeah, but then people are just gonna say 4 months before that, Mane was rubbish for
Make it make sense.
10 months.
John, my man.
Good job. I definitely got points on it, bro. You've given valid points there, to be fair.
John, we'll chop that up, my friend. You always make good points.
But as
Lovely
always,
on the show, my
back,
man.
guys. Much love.
Love, John.
Much love to you, John. See you again soon, friend.
See you, mate.
Bye. Yeah, I mean, John made some points there. I mean, we are talking about. It's just difficult, ain't it? Business, football, and the player you love, putting it all into one big bowl, mixing it up, and then
it's not that difficult for me. But I get where everyone comes from. But it's not difficult for me. I think I can take my emotions out of it pretty fast. Salah is the most efficient player in the Premier League. Like, for goals and assists consistently for how many seasons? 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Only the best ever Premier League players have been able to do that, and some of them, the ones that we think are like legends, haven't been that efficient in terms of goals and assists. And the game's changed. So, like somebody like Bergkamp, for example, beautiful to watch, great player, affected the game more than anyone thinks, and the stats don't show it. Whereas Salah, the stats show it, and if you take his stats out, we're screwed for a lot of the time. Yeah, I mean, we don't get top 4, which means we wouldn't even got to the Champions League final. And yeah, the Prem was looking a bit bleak. He's right. He said Salah was rubbish, but that was for that short period of time. And before that, we've never had a rubbish Salah, whereas Mane, out of 18 months, he was good for 5 months.
Yeah.
But he was never excellent in that time. Salah was world-class in that time. So the same thing could happen to Salah. You know what I mean? If the season starts and he's still playing rubbish and stuff, then we might be saying the same thing. And we're all going to give him the leeway because they're legend and they've done so much for us. And I'm never going to forget that stuff. But I think if we had replacements or people on the sideline for both of them, so we have Diaz for Mane, and if we had somebody back up to Salah who was good enough, it would have been completely different because they would have pushed them and nobody would have cared. So it's kind of, both people's fault.
And when people talk about Genie, I've just got Genie's stats up. How many games do you think Genie played in their league last season, League One?
Starts or coming off the bench?
Well, games in general, just games. How many matches?
About 11.
Played 31 games.
31, okay.
1 goal, 3 assists, 2 yellows, no reds. He played 5 games in the Champions League, 1 game in the French Cup, and he played in their version of the Charity Shield. So he played 31 matches last season. Now, how many of them were starters?
No, I don't think half of them.
Probably about 7.
Yeah, that's what I got that.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Genie is just. Personally, I think we got rid of Genie at the right time. If we replaced him at that time, I don't think anyone's talking about it.
It's because we haven't replaced him, isn't it?
Because we haven't replaced him. But we're going to get Stubbsy in there.
Yeah.
Been waiting patiently. He's got 3 minutes. So let's get Stubbsy in. Steve, you all right, my man?
All right, guys. Not used to being on an egg timer, mate. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, this is the new.
Yeah.
Any other show you can come on all day, but this is our calling show. Everyone's got 3 minutes. Give their question or opinion, and me and Savage will chop it up. I've got a new show coming up as well. I'm going to message you about it later, Steve. So don't worry.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Big up Jack's dad. Anyway, carry on.
Oh, what?
No, he said his dad's got COVID, and that's a big up Jack's dad, man.
Not fair.
Oh, has he?
Dad's got COVID, Jay.
Give him my best, Jack.
Hope he's all right, my man. Hope he's all right. Much love to your dad, Jack, as always. Right, Steve, you've got 3 minutes starting from now. Go.
No, I've obviously, like I say, I've waited backstage and listened to some of the comments. I can agree with some of them, some I can't. Genie, I understand why obviously we're being linked with him, but I think if we look back, how many players once have left Liverpool have came back, it just doesn't happen. I don't know if that's more of a sentimental thing, but only Fowler I can remember has came back after leaving. I think the reason why Wijnaldum's obviously been linked with us is because of reliability and how many of our midfielders, let's face it, are reliable at this moment in time. I mean, you look at Thiago, world-class player, but obviously he's probably had his best season in the Liverpool shirt for since he signed. But again, he's just these niggling injuries, which is so frustrating. Hendo can't play a full season now. We've got Milner, who's in and out, although his experience alone is fantastic. So I understand to a degree, but with Wijnaldum, but I think that ship sailed. In all fairness, I think if you look at who we've got now, we've got the likes of Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Carvalho, all who can come in now and potentially do a job. And I've said obviously to both you guys as well, haven't I, that why not the same as John, who's just on as well, saying that why not do a pre-contract agreement with Jude Bellingham and just go, let's not forget this midfield that we had last season. We're 1 point away from winning.
That's what I said, man.
So
I agree with you 100% on that.
It's not that bad. And let's also not forget, if we weren't up against a fantastic Manchester City side, we've got 3 of the last 5 seasons, 90 odd points. That would win the league any other season 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. So hats off to Man City for that. Also with Mane, I think he's been a world-class player for ourselves. Yes, he didn't have a good start to the season, but ended it as our main goal threat. And I think if Mane didn't go, would that mean that we wouldn't have got Darwin Núñez? For me, I don't think we would have it either way.
Yeah, I don't think we would have either.
So, and I still think out of the two, I think Mane's dealt with it a lot better. He's obviously put his intentions clear, whereas Salah basically turned around and said, I'm going to leave on a free next year. And that's the fans who have backed him. And I love Salah to bits, but if he wants to go on a free, why don't we just sell him now? Couple losses. I'd rather get some money than no money at all for Salah. I think he has been consistent for us. He certainly has. He has been Mr. Consistent, but it would be a travesty if we were to lose Mo Salah on a free and not get any money for him at all. Why don't we reinvest in that squad? But just thank you as always, Jimmy, for having me on. I just thought some really good points.
Big up, Stubbs, man.
No worries, mate.
Steve, I will DM you in the week, so I've got the same plan for us to do, okay?
Yeah, definitely, mate. No problem.
No worries, man. Tell everyone where they can find you as well. Tell everyone where they can find you as well.
Yeah, just links at the bottom. Statman Stubbs Football Channel. You can get me. I'm on 10:30 tomorrow and Thursday. Transfer show tomorrow. Q&A Thursday morning as well. So join me if you can.
Actually, know what to do? Go and subscribe to my good friend over there. He's live tomorrow morning at 10:30. So go and follow him. Go and subscribe. Go and watch him. Steve,
big up, Stubbs, man.
Enjoy the rest of the show. Good up. Big up,
bro.
See you later on. He makes some great points there. Makes some great points. Right, let's move it along. Demo's been waiting patiently. Big up, Demo.
Come on.
Yo, what's up, guys? Big up to you guys. Big up, Hugo Savage. You does look a bit loose, but you know.
Bro, it's double XL, man. Leave me alone, bro.
I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding.
3 minutes starting now. Go.
All right, Jamie. So here's my thing. All right. With this 5 substitution rule coming up, I really, really hope that Jurgen Klopp's he rotates a lot more. Like especially with Curtis Jones. I've been on probably every Liverpool channel defending Curtis Jones' honor because I think he's been massively disrespected. And I went back and I started at the game where he kind of recovered from injury and stuff, and he played 4 straight games for us. He started for us actually. The Norwich game in the 3rd round, he started that game. He played pretty well. He then played Brentford right after that. He scored a banger in that game. He then played against Porto, and I think he had like 3 assists in that game. Like people keep acting like Curtis Jones didn't do anything for us that season. He had like 3 assists. And then he started the game against Manchester City. I actually do not remember how well he played in that game, but he started for us. So for me, if Jurgen Klopp doesn't trust Curtis Jones, but he's starting him against Manchester City, it doesn't add up for me. I just think that he needs to be giving a lot of chances. I think that injuries really set him back a lot, and he just needs to stay fit and be played a lot more. So my only thing is, for this season, 5 substitutions. I'm not sure if we're going to get another midfielder or whatever the case is. But if we don't, I think he should be rotated a lot more, and then we'll get to see the best of Curtis Jones. Like Savage, I've been watching this guy since he was 17 years old. He's obviously been told to do a lot differently than he does for the under 23s. Like, he's obviously playing under instructions, but whenever he's given the license, we saw him knock out Everton, and that was Carlo Ancelotti, where he captained the team. That banger, he captained that team. He also knocked out Ajax in that Champions League game in the group stage. I think it was a Nico pass, and he knocked it in against Onana at the back post. Like, people are acting like this guy's a dead baller. Like, come on, bro. Give Curtis his props. He just needs game time. So that's just my thing. And great show. Continue the hard work and big up yourself.
Demo knows I'm on the same wavelength with him, man. Taki gang all day. You know the vibe.
Hey, listen, I don't even want to talk about Taki, bro. Like, he came out with some comments in the Japanese media the other day. I'm hurt, bro.
Yeah.
Them comments sounded like Taki wanted to punch everyone up, to be fair.
Yeah. So big up, guys. Big up.
Thanks, Demo. Appreciate it.
Big up, Demo.
See you soon.
You know, great point, man.
He's got a great point. I was just looking. I've got Curtis Jones' stats up while he was chatting there, and so when Curtis played 3 matches in the International Champions Cup back in 2018.
Yeah.
He then played the Community Shield in 2020. Then he played EFL Cup in the League Cup in 2021 last season. He played 4 games. The year before that, he played 2 games with 2 goals. And the year before that, 2 games, 0 goals, but 1 assist.
Yeah.
Now, in 2019-2020, he played 6 games, got 1 goal. 2020-2021, he played 24 matches, 1 goal, 2 assists. And then last season, he played 15 matches with 1 goal. He played 4 Champions League games last season and 5 Champions League games the season before that.
Yeah.
So when you look at them matches, it does look like Klopp does rate him, but he's a young boy, so he's just looking after him.
He does, yeah. And I think the injuries fell at wrong times. I think everyone forgets that it wasn't like some knee injury or something. Like, he had COVID, and then he had the eye injury in training, and it kept him out a while. Before that, I mean, Naby stayed fit this season, so fair play to him, and he played a good part in the season. But I would say that before the injuries and stuff, Curtis might have played a lot more. And then, by the time you come back, sometimes Klopp likes to keep the team in a flow in it. And if we're already in a way of playing, he doesn't really change it up then, which is fair enough. So I think that might have been it. But I do, I'll rate him anyway. Probably more suited to how Man City played. But for all I see is all of our midfielders, bar Thiago, any midfielder who comes to our club never plays there he said it, never plays the same as they did in the team where we got them from.
No. I mean, Genie for Holland is just different gravy. Curtis plays well for young under 23s for England. I just feel with Curtis, I think Curtis will become, looking at it, I think Klopp's just looking after him, because you don't want to put out a young 20-year-old out in the pitch and go, right, you're playing 38 matches this season, don't matter what happens. It's just not how it works, is it? Especially at the top level. We're at the elite. We're talking about the elite level we're at the moment. The Liverpool Football Club, right? You got elite level, top level, and then you got Arsenal level. You know what I mean? You go down them levels. Liverpool playing at the elite level at the moment, with the likes of the Madrids and the Man Cities and the Bayern Munichs of this world and stuff like that. And and Curtis Jones is playing some game time at that level. He's not going to be able to play. If he plays more than 30 games a season, Curtis Jones on himself is playing extremely good football to play 30 games a season. So I think Curtis will be all right. He's just a young lad learning his game, and I do think Klopp just holds him back a little bit from expressing himself. But it's just the way Klopp manages. That's the way he coaches. That's what he wants to do. So
change. It could change with the number 9. We'll see.
Yeah,
could change.
With Darwin next season, Curtis could become that more fluent number 10 that he more is. But let's bring someone on the show. He hasn't been on for a while. I ain't heard from him for a while. I was worried about him. I put flyers up around New York, but no one saw him.
Tell me it's not. That's gonna be Zapiri. That's gonna be. I thought you was out, bro. I thought there was something happened to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Well, I'm out, but I'm out in the sticks.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there's no Wi-Fi out here, man. Like it's yeah, no phone calls, nothing. I'm nesting out here, man. Nesting, preparing for a little one.
Liam Neeson thing. I thought you got taken, you know. Like that.
Nah, man, nah. I'm just in the nest. I'm just nesting, preparing for the little one. And nah, service out here, man. If the wind blows, I'm out. The stream is just gonna get cut.
I had that same problem yesterday. Don't get me started with Wi-Fi. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, nah. It's McDonald's Wi-Fi, man. But it's all good. How you guys been, man? I miss you guys, man. I miss you guys.
Yeah, man.
Doing all right. Miss you too, man.
But here's what I got for you guys. So I haven't been in the know. So I don't really know what's going on with no Wi-Fi. But I think I saw Milner get a new contract. Was that correct?
Yeah, get an extension on it. It was a year extension, I think.
So you know we had a throw-in coach and another random coach that no one has ever heard of. Why didn't we just give him a dressing room coach position?
Coach, that's a good point.
We don't really need him on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? Adrian can be the assistant dressing room coach. Milner can be the main dressing room coach. And that's just 2 more salary put on an FSG and just call it what it is. If it's going to cost us some signing, then I'm not with it. But if it's not going to mess with signings, we should definitely get Milner dressing room manager, Adrian assistant dressing room manager. And yeah, free up the squad. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to see Milner on the pitch, man. I don't want to see him on the pitch. So let me know what you think about those new coaching positions, and let's get the petition in. Let's get it in before my Wi-Fi cut off. But I'll be back in the city this week, so you guys will see me a lot more, man. Miss you guys. Big up to the chat. Big up to everyone. Hey, Jamie, you're doing big things. I'm gonna go watch that commentary snips again. Yeah, hilarious.
Savage made that for me.
Savage. You missed out some clips in there, but I like it.
Hey, bro, there's no timer, bro. I had to watch it all.
Yeah, watch it.
There's no timer, bro. I had to go through it bit by bit.
No, but it was class. And we should try to do that, like maybe like a monthly thing for next season. Because Jamie, I'm telling you right now, you might not believe me, you're the best commentary on YouTube. I've been saying that from day one. Been saying that. Man City is fucked up. They will fucked up next season. Hey, you man, did you safe?
If you've been kidnapped in that, just raise your left hand, man, and then I'll
no. I got a thing out in the sticks,
man. Looks like
man.
he's out there in Baghdad and that, bro.
I'm upstate New York. Anyone from the city know what I'm talking about. Upstate New York, it's a different place.
Upstate New York, yeah.
No, it's a different place.
Yeah, big fact.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a different place up here, man. The weatherman can't predict the weather here. Straight up.
Apparently, there's some breaking news. It looks like Taki might be going to Monaco.
Well, you have to after his statement and that, I kind of gathered.
Yeah, it looks like
I think the only one that will be upset will be Demo.
I don't want Taki to go either, man.
I'm okay because it's kind of sad if you think about it. How you get top goal scorer in a competition and you didn't even play in the final?
Yeah.
Cold, ain't it?
Yeah. Kind of feels like what happened to Thingy. You remember Lucas at Tottenham? He got him to the final, then they played Kane instead.
Yeah. Sad, man. It's sad. But, I wish him all the best, man. I did like the guy. He just never really grabbed his chances,
Yeah.
I think Bernie Kid roughed him up, and that was it.
When you get the internet back, read his statements, man.
Jeez. Yeah.
Was it wild? Was it crazy?
Yeah.
He pretty much said what we're saying very honestly. Like, yo, you kept playing me in games that meant nothing.
Ooh.
Big up Taki, he'll chop man up, bro. Carry on. Yeah.
Nah, it's that samurai, man. You don't want it. He's the last samurai, man. You gotta respect it. Monaco, I'm not sure if that's a good look for him, man. I want to see him in like some big competition. Where did Monaco finish last season? Were they in Champions League?
I think they might have got it, I don't know if Leon got it over them, but I don't know.
All right, now I'm gonna follow up on that. So I'll be back down in the city this week. So I'll be staying tuned. You guys will see me a lot more often. Just had to come fix the nest, and get it ready. Take care, man. Big up as always.
Thanks, Jamiri. Thanks, man.
Hey, mate. No,
Jamiri the G. You're right, man. I actually thought something happened to him, but I was looking in all the comments and I was like, I'm just missing him.
I ain't seen Zabiri for a while. Obviously, he's doing parenting duties, doing the right thing. But
the Milner thing is quite funny because I love Milner.
Yeah,
and he hasn't let us down coming on the pitch. But he kind of. The problem is that if you have to play Milner, then it feels like you're doing something wrong, innit? Like if you have to bring someone who's someone onto the pitch who's coming to the end of their career, it feels like he shouldn't have to come on the pitch. You know, like when John Cena said to Roman, "If you'd done your job properly, I wouldn't have to come back."
Oh yeah.
And then Roman started to do his job properly after that. That's what it feels like, bro. Even it feels like he's talking to Nabi and he's like, "Listen, if you'd done your job properly, I wouldn't even have to be on this pitch." But yeah, man, crazy.
So
Jabir is definitely in Baghdad, bro. Don't let him fool you, man.
So I've just received like this a bit of information. Ali just sent me on my DM. So Liverpool and FSG. I was a bit scrupulous at first, but it was all right. Liverpool and FSG received 343 million boost in the midst of a transfer standstill. Liverpool.
I thought he was going to say 433 for Taki.
Can you imagine? Liverpool Football Club are now the fourth most valuable in the world. That is mad.
Scouts Army.
We are rich and we know it. Deal for Minamino to Monaco is 15 million paid in installments.
Hey, that's good. That's a businessman there, FSG, bro. They doubled their money, bro. You know, like that.
15 mil for Taki. It's not bad, you know. It's not bad. Big up Taki. I don't want to see 50-year-olds in the lineup. Look, we've a throwing coach. Why don't we have a dressing room coach? Do you know what? That is what it's sort of what Milner is. To be fair, without calling him that is.
Yeah, if we're honest, bro.
Without the tag.
If everyone starts being emotional, you know that it's hard when you're trying to make an argument for Milner and everyone starts talking about leadership and not the football, then there's a problem in it. So, but yeah. I love the guy, man. I'm not mad at him getting another contract because I personally don't think he's stopping anyone coming in the club. If he was, it's a different story, but I don't think he's stopping anyone. He's not taking anyone's space.
Exactly. So Minamino is going for 15 million, paid in 5 installments.
Smart business.
Monaco must be like really needing. Got no money, have they, Monaco? So yeah, Jay.
Weird to be in Monaco, isn't it? Yeah.
The Jay Spearing thing is a weird one as well. So he's actually going to play for the under-23s, although he's like 50, but then he's going to go into some kind of coaching role after. It's a weird one, isn't it? It's
mad, man. Loads of people go into these coaching roles and you don't ever hear about them. Like his thing is still, you know that as company's got the Burnley job, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe yes.
Is Bellamy his assistant manager? Because he was at Anderlecht.
Craig Bellamy.
At Anderlecht, Craig Bellamy was his assistant, and he was dope at it, man.
I don't know if he's at prison yet.
So I'm just wondering if he got the job with him.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Because if you know how like the behind the scenes in the change rooms and that, if you go on YouTube and write Anderlecht company's speeches, they've recorded it all, so you can see what they're talking backstage, and it's actually sick. To be fair, you can see why company was such a great captain because as a manager, this geezer's losing his damn mind, man.
Yeah.
So he'd probably get Burnley promoted to be. I won't put it past him.
Yeah. So Burnley are close to appointing Vincent Kompany as their new manager. Former Man City captain left his job at Anderlecht head coach on Wednesday and is poised to accept the chance to
be interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't say who's going to take with him.
It would make sense for Bellamy to come back to England, wouldn't it? So
yeah, Bellamy had a few issues, didn't
he? Yeah. Because he was managing the young team first, the youth team, and then he moved up.
Yeah, what was it? Weren't some youth players unhappy with the way they treated him or something? Basically, Craig Bellamy treated them like adults and they didn't want to be treated like it. And,
Jay, obviously, I'll send you the link later. If you watch the video when he's talking to them, I think it's the right way to speak to them, innit? Because kids are soft these days, but they probably all got scared, man.
Yeah.
Bellamy's a knocker, innit? So
he's a bit of a wild one, ain't he? 5 installments sounds like we're Littlewood's catalog.
Yeah, we got the Klarna in it.
Jamie, you go. What chance do we have in signing Bellingham within our wage structure this year or next year? In your opinions? We're not signing Jude Bellingham. I'm telling everyone right now. Ain't happening.
If we don't sign him, I don't think it would be down to wages.
No. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're buying Jude Bellingham. I really don't.
I'm only okay with not getting Jude if he doesn't go to another Prem team. Because if he goes to another Prem team, it's just game over, mate. Especially if it's going to be one of the top teams. It's game over, bro. If City sign him, we're finished, bro.
Yeah, if City sign Bellingham, it's done. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a mess, man.
And another thing with City as well, we've got to remember when we're talking about their team as well. Haaland's only going to be there for 2 years.
Yeah, he's out, man. That release clause.
His release clause is activated in 2 years' time, which Real Madrid will do. Now, I've said this before. You're not a big team if you have a buyout clause, in my opinion, because if you're going to a football club, you're going there to be committed to that football club. If you want a buying clause in your contract, you're not committed to that football club, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
That's where City can afford that low. City don't really care if people commit to them because they can just go and buy the next superstar next week. It's not the end of the world. That's why Liverpool wouldn't have that. Like, you know, if Liverpool waiting for Haaland, there'd be no release clause. Liverpool would be like, no. Can you imagine Jurgen Klopp having a player with a release clause? That'd be like, hey, you're committed to the club. It's like when people talk to Jurgen Klopp, and Jurgen Klopp says, when people say, he'll come to you if you win that trophy or something like that. And he goes, why? I don't want him then, because you should come here even if we lose.
Yeah, it's kind of different if you buy out clauses like 200 million or something. It's a little bit different, but I don't even think it's massive, to be fair.
No.
It might have been Finger though, to be honest, Jay. Could have been Raiola, man. I mean, R.I.P. Raiola and that, man. But this geezer was a shrewd businessman. I'm pretty sure he got them stuff done before he died on it. So it's probably down to him, to be fair. I watched that Pogba documentary last week, and yeah, this geezer's he's not playing games, man.
No, he's not.
He's not, honestly.
No, I haven't seen the Pogba thing yet. Is it good?
It's actually good. Me and my son enjoyed it, man. Because I like Pogba, to be fair. But you can kind of see the dynamic between a footballer and the agent behind the scenes.
He had a good relationship.
It kind of seemed like if you watched that, Pogba's pretty much was like, listen, you deal with all the other stuff, and I'll deal with the football. And every now and again, Pogba would be like, what's the other team saying? But really, Raiola does everything. So.
No, if I was a footballer, I would just want to concentrate on my game. Have someone dealing with it.
Yeah. It's too much thinking. Listen, you're already rich on it. I ain't got time to be thinking about other stuff after that.
Yeah, exactly. Calvin Ramsey. We haven't spoken much about Calvin Ramsey. Dad's just sent me something on Twitter. So
yeah,
he's joined the football club. He says he can play. He says he can play right back and right midfield or right centre midfield.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's going straight in the squad. So, do you reckon we see a bit of Calvin Ramsey next season?
Yeah. I think all the cup games. Well, maybe Champions League might be a little bit different, but he'll get the domestic cups. And to be fair, he probably shouldn't have to see Trent in any of them games unless it's needed. And then as the right midfield, you never know, man. There might be some experiments within them cup games as well, depending on different youth and stuff like that. I don't know if we're going to sell Nico or we're going to loan him out, to be fair. But I think we'll see a bit of him. He's still young. He's still raw. And he's come to one of the biggest clubs on the planet. So I don't know, man. I'm interested to see what he does, man. Listen, off the snippets I've seen, he looks like an exciting player, but so does everyone. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
But we're gonna give him time. No one needs to get on his back. You know what I mean? Let him own his game and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Let him breathe, man. You know what I mean? Like
into the side, let him breathe and see how he does. But
yeah, I think that's the biggest problem. You have a lot of people saying give the youth a chance. I'm on that boat, but then them same people, you give them a chance and they don't do everything perfect. You're treating them like you know what I mean? It's very weird, man.
Getting shoot out these kids are shit. You know.
Like, yeah.
Give them a chance. I've seen enough from 20 minutes to do. That's all I need. That's all I need to see a player. 20 minutes, I'm done.
Yeah, because sometimes I think like there's a thing to be giving youth a chance, and then sometimes the youth just doesn't seem good enough. So I know that Klopp was getting a lot of flack for not rotating as much last season. Everyone saying we don't want to see this person in this cup and that. But when the youth got a chance last season in the cups, a lot of them let us down. To be fair, like it wasn't that good, man. Especially when like I said, I was at that Leicester game, the quarterfinals of the League Cup, and that team was pretty much. I remember being in the stadium, and when they was reading out the names, I see my son's face, man, because he was coming to see legends play, and he heard random names and that. I was like, okay, we're gonna get behind the boys. And then when the game started, I was like, Jesus, bro, this is woeful, man. I know that it was Leicester, but Leicester had loads of injuries at the time. There's Bradley and Billy the Kid and all these like playing and that, and some of them weren't good enough, man. So, I know.
Sorry, I just read that from Ricky. If Monaco missed the payment on Taki, he would go knock on the door, savage perhaps.
I definitely would, bro. You're gonna pay that money on time, bro.
You missed a payment.
Nah, man.
Can't pay, we'll take it away.
I used to have a job as an enforcement agent, bro. Problems, bro. Nah, it's problems, bro. It's problems.
I can imagine that is one can be quite a hairy job.
But I just used to tell them what was what and just stand there. That was my technique, bro. I'm not moving, so
yeah, exactly. Nick Pope going to Newcastle. That's good for Nick Pope.
That's a good sign. He deserves that, man.
In my opinion, England's best goalkeeper. He might get some acknowledgement there as well. He's going to a bigger club.
Not while Northgate's the manager, bro.
No, he's such a good goalkeeper.
Yeah,
and we've seen that. And big up yourself, Flo. Thank you very much. But there's a difference between the whole team of kids looking for and giving Harvey or Jones a shot with it. But I think you mean Jones. Sorry.
Oh yeah. To be fair, Jody, if you're on about what I said, I wasn't when I said the youth. I wasn't even talking about them two. To me, they're like first team players. I was on about the ones who are in like under 23s and reserves at the moment.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think the 5 sub thing is going to be massive next season for a lot of clubs, especially the bigger teams. But this is what I'm saying. I mean, everyone said about Klopp's rotation. I thought he rotated pretty well last season myself.
It was his best season for rotation last season.
It's because he had his best squad.
Yeah.
So, but with the 5 subs, I think he will rotate even better next season. And with 5 subs, if Trent has had a good 60 minutes, he wants to give him a break, he can bring on a Ramsey for half an hour.
Yeah.
You know, and he's still got 4 subs to make. It makes such a difference. I'm sure in the Premier League, there's a lot of players Klopp wanted to take off in a certain game, but couldn't because he only had 3 subs. So he had to use his, strategically take off certain players and bring certain ones on.
Because he became fingered, didn't it, Joe? Don't you think? He became very. We all of us fans started to know when who was coming off. Like we got to the 60th minute,
innit? Yeah,
and we knew exactly who. If Naby started and he got 60th minute, he would come off. If Ox started, 60th minute come off. So I think you're right, bro.
Yeah, I think it just helped. And talking of Ox, so Jurgen Klopp apparently he's going to give Ox one more chance.
He loves Ox.
More chance for the Ox. Now, look, I love. When Oxlade-Chamberlain first signed for Liverpool, I thought it was a great bit of business. 40 million. I know it was his last year of his contract. Everyone, I think, forgets it was his last year of his contract at Arsenal. We went
last year, scored a goal against us the week before.
Yeah, we went and spent 40 million on him. So that just shows we will spend money on certain players if they want them. And when Ox came in, he had a great first year, tremendous first year, and then he got that injury. As soon as he got that injury, I think he was out for 9 to 10 months. And then I think he got injured again on top of that in recuperating, didn't he? He got better, he got fit, and then he got injured recuperating, like pulled a groin or something like that. And I think in the time when Ox was out injured, he went probably from our best midfielder to the whole midfielder changed.
Yeah.
And I think what struggled is him coming back into the team. He doesn't know how to play with the new players. I don't think Ox knows how to play with Fabinho and Thiago in the midfield.
Agreed.
I think he struggles with that dynamic because when he first came in, I believe it was like him, Wijnaldum, and Henderson was the midfield 3, or Milner. Someone was that midfield 3. That was the midfield. So Ox would look at it and think, I'm probably the better midfielder out of everyone here. I'm going to express myself. I know Hendo will do the work for me. And also, before the injury, he could get up and down box to box a lot more than he can now. And when I look at Ox now, I don't think he knows what to do in the midfield. I think he's confused about what he's meant to be doing and what position he's meant to take up. So if he's playing on the right-hand side of the midfield, Ox will worry about Trent's overlapping runs. So Trent's making them overlapping runs. Ox knows he needs to come wide and cover Trent's space, and that's not Ox's game. So his motion is to break the lines and get into the box, get as close to that box as possible to either get a pass in or shoot on sight. And when Trent's making him overlapping runs and he has to play that area or what Klopp wants him to do now, I think he gets confused about it personally. And that's why I think he's better on the right-hand side of the front three.
Yeah, I think. I mean, his best. What's his best position for Liverpool? Maybe number 10, isn't it? Since he's been there.
Further forward, less defensive opportunity.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, I think it goes back to what we said before about being able to express yourself. He came into Liverpool when he could a little bit because we were after different things. You know what I'm saying? It was more. Of course, we're going for the league and stuff like that, but now we're expected every season on it, and I think he's torn between wanting to express himself and following instructions, and he doesn't get to show as much as he wants when he's following the instructions, and then it's kind of like one game and you're out.
Exactly.
So I get it mentally a little bit. Like, I know that he was acting like a bit of a bitch, but to be fair to him, there was times when if he's played well, you know you're not going to play the next game and stuff like that. Me and you both said it last week. I think there's still something in there. It kind of reminds me of how, you know how Man U were with Jesse Lingard and he went to West Ham and he started balling out all of a sudden, and then they took him back and then he didn't play. That's kind of what I feel like with Ox. I feel like if you give him a chance, in the same role he wants and is able to express himself a little bit more, then I think it's completely different. Because remember, we kind of left Arsenal for that reason. He wasn't allowed to express himself as much anymore. They're playing him like wing back and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very interesting, But I like him. You know what I mean? And like I said, if he stays, then Perry stays, and it's all good, man. So little mix to the death, man. I just brought a little mix hoodie for 50 quid. I don't know if I should have done that. I might send it back. So.
Wow, little mix honey.
Hoodie, boys. Nah, hoodie, not honey, bro. I'm not a freak.
Honey, I wish it's honey.
Nah, bro, I'm not into some honey fetish play and that, bro. It's a hoodie, bro. But I got it from the official website, man. So I might send it back still. Anyone know where I can get a decent little mix hoodie for a bit cheaper? Let me know, man. Nah, because they're splitting up, bro. So this is the legendary hoodie right now. Come on.
I'm googling this right now. Little mix hoodies. Let's have a look.
Yeah, man. Don't go to Etsy and that. Go to the official store, bro.
Let's have a look.
It's dope as well.
Little mix official. There we go.
Yeah, come on. You know what I mean? Little neon and that. Come on.
God, they are pricey, ain't they?
I told you, bro.
Jesus Christ. They are pricey.
Hey, man.
That is the one with Perry on the front of it. That is a very nice hoodie. But yeah,
I didn't get the one with just Perry here because then it'd look a bit weird to my missus. That why have I just picked Perry out? So I just got one with all of them on it.
They're expensive. They're like 40 odd quid.
That
is
come on,
a lot of money. That is a lot. They know what they're doing over there. They know what they're doing over there.
Little girls were mad for that, man.
Big up Ash with the super chat. I think Simicast, Endo, Carvalho, Bobby, and Jota as your 5 subs is as good as anything in the league. Get one at right centre mid in the 11, and we can take the Prem. Big up, man.
It's a good shot, man.
Said one thing: Simicast's new haircut.
Yeah. I love Simicast, man. To be fair, Diaz changed his hair, didn't he, at the end of the season?
Yeah, he had that like stylish stubble going on, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got a stylish stubble, and then it's like a bit blonde at the front, like like Alfredo used to be.
The best photo I've seen so far is Trent on holiday, sitting in the chair. Yeah. For some reason, it looks massive sitting in that chair as well.
Trent's getting bigger, isn't it?
Oh, it's been on some kind of hormone.
Oh, yeah, man, it's inhalers, bro. You know,
they boost up your lungs. Simicast, you look at Simicast, great left back. What many better left back options is there in Premier League? Simicast is a great option.
I don't think a team has a better left back because Cancelo's a bit of a weird one in it because he plays everywhere, bro. I don't know what position he has.
He can play right back.
If you're gonna argue, then you take Cancelo and then Simicast, and there's no one better.
No, exactly. I mean, essentially, when you look at that, he's the number 2 choice behind Robbo. It's a great option there. And then Hendo. I had this thing, I said it the other day. I don't think Hendo plays any 90-minute games next season. I'll be surprised.
I think he plays 90 minutes in the Champions League games a bit.
I think that might be the only one. But in the Premier League, he might play 85 minutes, so I'm still right. But
I think that might happen.
I just don't see him completing a 90-minute game next season in the Premier League when you have 5 subs available, knowing that I think Hendo's going to 32 next season, ain't he?
Yeah.
So, and knowing how important he is, and Klopp does think he's important to the team as well as a captain and a leader. So, and he will play the big. I don't care what anyone says. Hendo's playing the big games, the City games, United games, a Champions League game. If it's important, Hendo's playing in that midfield three. People just got to get used to that because that's what Klopp likes. But I just don't see him completing a 90. When you got this 5 sub rule, and we've got plenty of players, I can see Hendo, saving his legs next season. And I think Jamrock made a good point as well. A big up, Ash, for your super chat, Mark. Thank you.
So far we've lost players that weren't playing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah.
So correct. I don't want to hear anyone whinging about we need to buy more players because we lost players because Taki and Origi weren't playing, bro. We know that.
It's true. Yeah, exactly. I disagree. Rotation should be something that your core players are running to ground. Rotation is not letting your players get run to the ground, and
that's true.
That is true. And I just think going into next season, that will help out a lot of 5 subs, and we got the team to do it. Can we get the Ox from 18, 19? He did bits. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ox. When we're all talking about attacking number 8 midfielder who can score goals, we are actually talking about the Ox because he can do that. If he can stay fit and stop playing within himself and just have, just do what he did before, Ox can get 10 goals in the season. Still, in my opinion.
He was fit. He was fit most of last season, wasn't
he? Yeah, Klopp just didn't want to play him after that Nottingham Forest when he came off against Forest. Klopp's like, no, you ain't playing the rest of the season.
I mean, people can call Klopp wrong as much as they want, man. But let's just remember the context of how the season finished. We weren't that far off stuff in it, so he weren't that wrong.
And with Ox, he covered Salawa's way at AFCON. Did a good job. I know it was only 3 games, but everyone before them 3 games were going, we're not going to survive, it's over. And
yeah, we won every game, didn't we?
Ox came in, we won every game, he scored in every game, I believe. He played well. Yeah. He did a good job. Gene Gray in the house, great Gray, Jamie, Lauren, Hugo and chat. You see Taki gone to Monaco 15.5 mil. Sell Taki, keep Ox. I just don't know.
Gene Gray, man.
Yeah, I mean, Ox is going to need that money. He's getting married now.
Yeah, that's how Taki and keep Ox thing. That's business. That is. They don't have anything to do with each other. I think Taki's one was always double that money. There was a point when he played for Liverpool where he looked like if we sold him, we'd never get anything from him. So to double it, hey man, business is business, bro. Well, I'm gonna miss the geezer a little bit.
Liz, okay.
Okay.
I've got a feeling that's not Liz as the Liz we know, because I do know there's a Liz copycat out there.
Yeah, but the Liz copycat has just the L for the picture. That's Liz's picture, isn't it? Unless that person's screenshotted Liz's picture.
Yeah.
I don't know what to...
I just don't
listen,
say.
I know we're not in America now. I plead the fifth, man. No comment, bro.
I just don't see how Liz saying that. I really don't.
Nah, me even not with no context to it. She ain't said anything else.
No. I just don't see how Liz saying that. But thanks for the super chat anyway, whoever you are. John, but don't copy Liz, man. Liz is great. Whoever it is, please change your name and picture because Liz is fantastic. And if you are not the real Liz Golden, just change your name and picture and just stay as you are.
I know, yeah, man. It feels like Face Off, man. John Travolta and that. Someone stealing
Liz is great, and she's great on the channel as well, guys. So if you aren't the real Liz, just change your name. Just change your name. And you can stay on the channel. I ain't going to ban you or anything, but yeah. John Barnes was brilliant in 88, 89. Maybe we should go back in for him. Ox best data. Tell you what, I reckon Barnes could do a job.
Barnes is our best left-sided player ever, isn't it?
Do you still think over Mane?
Barnes?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I think Barnes as well. Barnes is my hero.
Obviously, I didn't get the feeling what I get with Mane, but that's because different eras in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me, I think Barnes was.
I've never seen a player move like Barnes.
No one did.
He was the best player in the world on the left-hand side in that year as well. No,
right, John Barnes, holler at me though, man. I'm a PT, bro. So if you need to lose some weight on that, because he's a big guy still.
He's never been smaller, has he?
No, but he's massive now, and he's a bit of he's round man. No, he still lives in Liverpool, and
yeah, exactly. He loves the club, he loves the city, and he just don't care. He's like me. But
I
he's
feel also
always,
bad for John Barnes, man. He's every time he makes a statement somewhere, he ends up sounding like an idiot, and everyone hates him. But I
yeah,
kind of,
he's not well liked at the moment, is he? 'Cause
you know what it is? It's because you know when some people know what they're saying and they word it wrong. That's John Barnes. If you ever listen to what he's saying, he's quite honest and he's like, "Oh yeah, I agree with you," but then he says it in the wrong way, and it's like, "John, just stop, man."
Yeah, I mean the racial abuse he suffered in the 80s as well. Jesus Christ.
That's why when everyone was having a go at him not long ago, I was like, with the abuse he suffered, I think he knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean?
He suffered
It
bad.
was terrible, man.
Even in England duty, even in England duty, he did.
Yeah.
Even from his own fans, it was.
Yeah, man. Football's changed a lot, man.
The 80s was a different era, guys. The 80s was.
Yeah, my dad did not want me to go to Liverpool games when I was younger, bro. You know what I'm saying? So.
It was a different world. Yeah, Barnsley looks like a telly.
Tinky Winky, innit?
Yeah, I love Barnes. He's a
legend.
Yeah, I love him. He's still our best. I know a lot of people say Mane, but it might be because they're not old enough, maybe. But
yeah,
Barnes is my hero. He was the one. He was the reason I started sport. Not apart from my dad. He was the first. Like when I watched Liverpool, I saw John Barnes running like no athlete I've seen move before. You know, doing things on football that I'm talking about. English football in the 80s, no one was really doing these step overs and weird tricks and rainbow flicks over players and stuff like that. And John Barnes was doing it. Ray Hatton on the other side was just head down, run as fast as you can towards the goal. And Barnes was like flicks, trick, and he glided. It looks like his feet never actually touched the ground. The way he moved, it was a beautiful beautiful footballer to watch. And the way he would just beat a person by doing a step over and they're gone. Like he's not even using pace, and he was quick. But the way he used to glide and move his hips, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, every time I watch stuff back, I'm like, I wish I got to see him and feel it how you did. Like, I mean, everything I watched of John Barnes pretty much was like videos back of him. But he's incredible, man. He's incredible. Yeah, definite athlete, bro. Athlete.
I love
Change football, man. You know how many Liverpool fans I've spoken to, and every time I say, "Why do you support Liverpool?" they say John Barnes. Crazy, man.
Oh, especially our ages, I suppose. 30 is probably sort of that age gap. It's just, Barnes was incredible. Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate thing for Barnes, he never got to play European Champions League football for Liverpool because we got banned, obviously, because of what happened at high school. And I tell you what, that 88-89 Liverpool team in Europe would have been so special. I know you had the AC Milan Ajax team. They were probably the three best teams in Europe in that year, in '88. Ajax, AC Milan, Liverpool. I'll tell you what, I would have loved to have seen Kenny Dalglish would have managed the Liverpool team in the European Cup.
Facts.
When we had that team, that squad, especially in '88, different. I mean, everyone forgets Ian Rush left for a year. We got John Aldridge, who was basically his clone. Brought him in.
John Aldridge came in and banged all them goals, man.
And got 100 goals in 18 months. And then left. And then Rushy come back and Kenny was like, right, we don't need you anymore. Ralph Sausage Dad, wasn't you? And he was just gone like that because Rushy was back. And they couldn't play together because no one knew who was who. It was like that Spider-Man meme, wasn't it? They just look exactly the same. I loved them. I absolutely loved them. And he can rap as well. Cool.
Hey, man.
I've got every Liverpool song, which is sad to say. I've got them all.
Hey, man. Never sad, bro. And embrace it, man.
It's terrible. I've even got the Glenn Hoddle and Chris Waddle duet.
Oh, man. That's when they had the mullet as well, isn't it?
When they were being serious, it wasn't even for a laugh. They were being serious and thought they could take the pop world. It was bad. It was bad. I remember Barnes getting racially abused as well by our own fans back in '89. Yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. Football back in the '80s was horrible.
Different, man.
That's why World Cup 1990 saved football. Watch the documentary.
Yeah. That documentary is good, man.
Yeah, it's quality. John Barnes, Robbie Fowler were one of the reasons to support Liverpool. Fowler.
Fowler, legend.
Yeah, he went to Juventus and the reason it didn't work for him in Italy is because Rush came back and did defensive work and they're just looking at him, what the hell are you doing? We deal with this. You stay up front because he's just used to a culture of where you track back and help out and get forward still. And he like the back line. We're looking at Russia is right in front of them for some reason. Like, what are you doing?
Fact.
Like, what are you doing? Just go forward. No, Italy's like chess. We move the forwards along, and then the Queen comes out, and then it's like chess.
Oh shit, Jamie was Liz, man.
Ah, Jamie, it's me. I'm a mod and a member. Ah, okay.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
Liz. It's on the Prosecco, man.
Liz.
Liz is on the Prosecco, man.
She's she's a mod. Yeah, she's a mod. I didn't mod the fake Liz. Big up Liz. Big up Liz. Okay. Don't know what to say now. No, I know it was you.
I know, man. Remember when those two Sin Caras, bro? I'm confused, man.
Yeah, two Sin Caras. Totally different body shape.
You know that Sin Cara works for Wolves, isn't it?
Yeah, weren't he like?
It's part of the fitness stuff, bro.
Yeah, because didn't they get together and think he joined the club or something like that, weren't they?
Yeah, that's why when Jimenez used to score, he used to put on the Sin Cara master friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sin Cara's a bad man. I heard stories about Sin Cara still. Whapped out a gun on someone in wrestling, to be fair. But pulled a gun on Jericho, innit?
Jesus Christ. What did Jericho do wrong?
Nah, because everyone thinks Sin Cara's soft, man, but he's one of them essays, bro. He's a gang member, bro.
Is it just because he's little and like 150 pounds they think he's soft? Don't go for little men. Little men are the hardest ones. I can tell you that. I'm 5'7".
Yeah, man. Don't be judging people, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the documentary? No, I can't remember. You can see it's on YouTube, free to watch as well.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, just put in World Cup 1990 documentary, and it'll come up. Yeah, it's free to watch.
Yeah, that one and the Maradona documentary. Dope.
Oh, the Maradona one. When he comes out the Jaguar in his mint coat and gold chain and Cuban cigar, and says he didn't join Napoli for the money.
Yeah, man. You gotta love Maradona.
It's great. I love Maradona. The man's nuts. I mean, he literally come out of that car, mint coat, massive chain, Cuban cigar. I didn't join for the money. It's like, Diego.
I don't mind characters in football, man. I quite like it, man.
He was the best character. The man was the best character. The man was.
Remember when he fingered? Didn't he? What World Cup was he managing Argentina, man?
Yeah, I think it
was South Africa. 2010.
He was the South Africa World Cup.
Yeah, because remember there was like that the video of all of the players on the line and they're just blasting the ball at them. And and then he lost his job, and then in the 2000, it might have been the 2018 one actually. Remember, it's 2018 World Cup, and he was just having a good time in the crowd, dancing with the woman.
And he's swearing at everyone. When
he's
leaning over the stands, he's just going like that to everyone.
Mate, it's madness, man. When you think about like, isn't it? Aguero's kid has Messi as a godfather, Maradona as a granddad, and Aguero as a dad.
Oh Jesus Christ, that kid!
No pressure.
No pressure. Just God, Messi is a godparent.
Yeah, Messi's godfather, Aguero's his dad, Maradona's his granddad,
and then Maradona's his son-in-law. Father.
I seen a video of Messi's kid last week. Ruthless, man. It's a problem, that is.
Oh, what,
ruthless,
Messi?
bro. When he's just running through the team and that. Yeah, Mateo, bro. Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah, and Ronaldo's kid, to be fair, looked decent, but Messi's kid looked like Messi.
He looked like Messi. Ronaldo's kids. It's so weird watching adults, like how they're watching Ronaldo's kid, like he's a superstar already. Like they were suing and all this business when he scored. I was like, what? That's not good for him, man. You need to leave him. He needs to just feel normal.
You gotta have your own. You gotta have your own person.
Yeah.
No, Mateo Messi in 10 years' time, we go hear that name, ain't we?
Definitely.
Is he at Barcelona?
I don't know if he still is. I don't know how it works with him moving to Paris.
That kid's gonna be special.
Yeah, trust me. Whatever happened to Thingy, man? Enzo Zidane. Remember when he was balling out?
Yeah,
he just disappeared.
And in his 20s now.
Yeah, because he was at Real Madrid. I remember him playing sick, and he was in Real Madrid B team, and then just disappeared.
Never heard of him again. Maradona.
And then one of them's a goalkeeper as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the centre doc is.
I've not seen the Totti one. Actually, I've not seen the Totti. I've seen her about
Totti one's good as well.
The Roberto Baggio one's good. Roberto Baggio.
Yeah. You watched the Senna movie?
I love the Senna documentary.
Yeah, man. Dope,
I
bro.
love the
In
Senna
fact, if anyone's into Formula One, just watch the Formula One documentary on Netflix. The one that just came out like about a month ago. Dope, man.
Yeah. What the Senna one though? That's why I still say Senna's the best.
Yeah.
He drove cars that shouldn't win races, let alone championships. I mean, he drove the car he drove when he won the Monaco Grand Prix. He had one wheel. It was a nothing car.
Yeah.
And that was when F1 was about the driver, not actually about the cars. Beardsley, Barnes, and Rush, the greatest front three I've ever seen playing the pure. Yeah, that's my video tomorrow. Is Bobby Firmino, Salah, and Mane's Liverpool's greatest ever forward line.
That's going to be an interesting video, Jay.
Not just in Premier, right? Like all eras in football, because I think it's worth a shout, you know. I think it's worth a shout. But that one as well.
Oh, yeah, somebody said earlier in the chat as well that Hugo doesn't know about Steve Highway. I know who Steve Highway is, bro. Come on, man. Obviously, I'm too young to have watched him. He left Liverpool in '81.
I'm too young, though, but like watch Steve Highway. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, like I swear he played for like 11 years for Liverpool, and I think he left in '81. Yeah. I was born in 1990, bro, but I know, bro. He went to Minnesota. He didn't went to Minnesota Kicks, innit? Yeah, bro.
I was born when he left.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man.
Born when he left. No, Steve Highway, he obviously went off to be, you know, trained like to Stevie G in Carragher.
Yeah. Then he was playing that indoor football, man. I remember that still. Remember Masters Football? That was dope, man. Come on.
Yeah, it used to be on every summer, didn't it? Masters.
I used to love that, man.
Yeah, it's good. You used to go there. It was cheap tickets and stuff like that. It's good fun.
Yeah.
Didn't Rush. Yeah, Rush. That's where we signed him from, was Chester.
Yep.
Just on the border of Liverpool. Wales, ain't it? Something like that.
Wales, yeah.
Between Liverpool and Wales. Basically where Hollyoaks is.
Yeah.
Brother, what do you think about this Barella links? Where we get from? Right, the Barella links. This is a good thing to bring up.
As soon as you Google his name, it says Liverpool everywhere, man.
With Barella, I think why we're linked with him and why it could be a possibility is because his wages are. He's only on 95 grand a week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is mad. That's why we're interested. Because it's like,
I mean, they're players on big wages, though. Anyway, do they really have big wages?
I don't think Italy pay like we do. I don't think they can they? I don't think the Italian league pay the wages we pay out. And if, you know, Juventus have a few special talents that might be on special money, but
they did back in the day. But obviously, they were doing some mafia stuff, and then since then, 2006,
it's been some issues. It's been some issues in Italy, and now they can't really afford what they used to. I love Italians, I really do. But Barella's he's cheap, so we can.
That was back when Sopranos were running the league, man.
Well, look at Napoli. The mafia bought Maradona to Napoli. Like, it was them who bought him. I mean, Italian football back in the day was owned by certain people.
All right, bring back the mafia and that in football, man. Bring it all back. If you're not going to do all this washing, money laundering business, then just bring back some gang members, man.
Just bring back the ones who did it the best,
yeah, man.
But no, the Barella links. Yeah, it's true because he's cheap. His wages is, as I say, he's on under 100 grand a week at Inter Milan, so he's easily attainable for Liverpool Football Club. The transfer value is around 70 to 77 million pounds. So if he's the one they think they can get, would I rather have him now than Bellingham next season? Probably, because
Bellingham, he's 25 on it.
Yeah, Bellingham next season is going to be a massive outlay. You're looking at probably over 90 mil and over 200k. He'd be your highest earner straight away, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Because where he can go, he'll probably get that sort of wage. That's what Liverpool have to compete with. The transfer fees, no. I've been saying it for a while now. I don't think transfer fees are the problem as much now.
Well, that's wages.
It's the outlay on wages. Now, obviously, transfer fees are a problem. So, you know, that's why Liverpool try and structure down deals. But, it's like Nuno, Darwin Núñez. So, Benfica went 100 million euros. We won't go pay 100 million euros. But at the end of the day, we paid out 64 million flat, which is 70 million euros.
Yeah.
So we paid 70 million euros straight out. So I don't think transfer fees so much the problem. It's the wages, and apparently that's the reason we pulled out the Tuchemani bid, is because Liverpool heard that Real Madrid will go offering 300k a week, and Liverpool just can't at this moment in time go to 300k a week.
Yeah, seems like the powers with the agent and the players more now in it than it was back in the day. It used to be the odd agent, you know, Raiola and Jorge, Ronaldo's agent and stuff. But now it seems like all the agents are taking suit and like, listen, let's not do that, man. Let's sort the wages out. Remember, they're getting a cut of it, and it's so the agents they're gonna sort something out, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they're making shit. I mean, free players in and free players out. Ironically, the free players out are better than the free players in, so we've actually got worse.
I don't agree.
I mean, that is obviously your opinion. Your opinion, that's fine. I'm not.
It's a good show. It's two young guns and Nunes coming in. Well, actually, who we got in? Ramsey.
Ramsey, we haven't got another right back, so that's a good deal. That makes us better because then Trent can rest. And we've all been crying out for a right back. So Ramsey's a good deal. Carvalho, wait till you see this kid play. He's going to be a good deal. I know a lot of people are saying he's not Premier League proven, but he's championship.
Nah, man,
he's fine.
If he's championship proven, I mean, he can take the knocks on it and everything else. Is
exactly. And look, Darwin Núñez, if he bags 30 goals in his first season or competition, no one's going to say anything. So Darwin Núñez scores goals. We create shitloads of chances. Darwin Núñez is going to score goals. Yeah, and Luis Diaz, for the 4 months he's been at Liverpool, was better on the left-hand side than the last 12 months of Mane on the left-hand side.
Yes,
in my opinion. Yeah. So, yeah, it's all about opinions, though, and I appreciate your opinion as well, my friend. I do.
Yeah.
Big up, Savage. I didn't realise you were 5 years younger than me. You saying you look old.
Mate, listen.
You're getting it today. Looking.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I got the beard. Sometimes they go, yeah, man, everyone's just coming for me, bro. But listen, I'll fight everyone, bro. So I'll fight you all at the same time as well, man.
Love that, Mark Henry. Oh yeah, someone said Mark Henry's gone back to Inter. I'm going to take it. They mean Lukaku. Yeah, true. Yeah. What a terrible bit of business that was. 97 million, and then have to loan him back. I mean, whoever's doing their job over there, I think
he just doesn't.
Isn't
Tuchel's problem? Yeah, the Tuchel's problem is 8 million loan on it. Some rubbish like that, but Tuchel's problem is like not him against as a manager, but his style of play doesn't fit Lukaku in. I mean, everyone can diss Lukaku in that, but he can score goals. That's one thing he can do.
Yeah,
but it wasn't even just Lukaku, Werner, Havertz sometimes as well. The way they play just doesn't suit. They're probably the most interesting team for next season, to be honest, considering not from the attacking standpoint, apart from a striker, but obviously their defense is going to be interesting because the best thing they done last season was their defense. Their defense was pretty good. Rudiger was great last season. Thiago Silva somehow was incredible still. But yeah, man, and they've lost a lot. There was going to be Alonso, Christensen, all individually, apart from Thiago, who is been world class on it. But individually, probably not the best players. But as a collective for Chelsea, they were pretty good, man. So
they did that three at the back. Christensen, I don't rate, but he was good in the back.
As a three at the back, yeah. But if you listen to Chelsea fans, they got Ben Chilwell back. Shouldn't win the league. That's what they said. They said that the reason why they didn't. You know what I'm saying? So
Ben Chilwell because he's that good. Remember when Maradona, bastard child, was at Dundee in the same Scottish?
yeah, that's true. I
don't remember that. I don't remember when Maradona's bastard child was at Dundee on the same random Scottish team. I do not remember that.
That's true.
Oh my word! Jesus Christ!
That's so funny.
Enzo Zidane, I think he's in the French third division now. Daddy can only do so much. Exactly.
That's true, man. That's true.
Who is it who took his son everywhere?
Don't know, man, but not many people's sons make it, to be fair.
Steve Bruce's son went everywhere with him, didn't he?
Steve Bruce released his own son, didn't he? So
Yeah, released him, then bought him when he went to another club. It's like the wife always got on him. Make sure you get Alex in. Make sure you get Alex in.
I mean, really, apart whose kid does Cliver Maldini?
Justin Cliver, he's okay, but he's not great.
It's Cliver Maldini. Thuram's son was doing pretty well. I don't know what's going on now.
And he just looks like him, don't he? He just looks like him.
But apart from that, like
Kenny's son never was good. Paul Dalglish.
Nah, Beckham's son, Brooklyn didn't do the best either. Man just turned to photography real quick.
That shadow, do you?
Do you remember? Was it last season? Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing at this. Was it last season when he was on the Ollie in the Europa League? Yeah, when Robbie Savage's son was coming on, and he was down there crying on commentary, and it was made it in the big deal. The commentator was like, "I'm going to hand it over to you, Robbie. Take it away." And then he was like, coming onto the pitch, making his nan proud, his mum. Shut up, man, Robbie, you dickhead, bro. No one likes you, bro. Remember when John Terry put him in his place, bro? I've had enough of this guy, man.
And no one likes John Terry. That tells you everything.
Nah, exactly.
You remember Rio put John Terry in his place a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, John Terry shouldn't have spoke, man. He's been wild on Twitter since he got that, man. He's only had Twitter about 6 months. He's been wild, man.
He just don't learn, does he? He's just not a nice human being, is he?
You know the funniest thing about that comment he made back to Rio? He just left out the racist part. Like Rio said, "You're lucky I put you in the team after being racist to my brother." And then Terry's response didn't even acknowledge the racist part. Flipping heck, man, this guy.
Yeah, I know, it's just.
Yeah, it's a sad man. He could have nipped that in the bud early, John Terry. Literally, you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ, Edward, laugh out loud. Linfield just beat the World Cup host Qatar in a practice match. Jesus Christ. I'm
worried about this Qatar World Cup, man. Because I don't trust fans from across the world to behave. And it's not a place where you want to be misbehaving, bro.
Oh, are you telling me we might see some
beheadings and that, some hands coming up? Yeah, bro, on an Aladdin thing, bro, some Agrabah thing, bro. Yeah, bro. Listen, if it happens,
with one hand.
Thing is, if it happens, you're gonna deserve it, man, because you already know the rules, bro. So don't go over there messing around on that. Bro.
Yeah.
You seen that kid who they found his vape in his car, his friend left in Saudi Arabia or Dubai or whatever, and he's in prison for life. Yeah, it's a shambles, bro. You know what I mean? He's gonna get stretched. It's a mess.
Don't take your boyfriend, and if you see a lot of people walking around with one hand, you know why. You know?
Yeah, just put the rainbow flag in your pocket, man, and only open that in the hotel, man. I pray for years, man. You know, like that. I'm not even into God and that, man, but I don't want anyone to get chopped up, bro. But honestly, if you go and break the rules and you already know, it's a messy situation, man. Alcohol and the English don't match when we're abroad, bro. And everyone already hates us, bro. So
exactly. You have to transition at some point or end up like 100%. United.
100%. We've seen it with United and Arsenal, man.
You can do the Chelsea thing quite good, can't you?
Chelsea. Yeah, man. Super Frankie Lampard and that. All right.
It's their only song.
I'm interested to see what you like do, Chelsea. You know, like that. I'm here for it, man.
Yeah, exactly. But we've already got 65 million sales once Nico goes. Yeah, we're going. Apparently, once we've sold all the players we're going to sell, we're going to make £16 million on top of everything we spent as well.
Oh, so Nunes is sorted then. Come on then.
Yeah, does you go over channel? Yes.
Yeah, probably best off subscribing to Savage Talks Wrestling because that's where I do most of my work, and then from there you can find my other channels.
Savage Talks Wrestling, guys, go over there, and there's probably then links to his other channels there as well.
Yeah, thanks for that, man.
Thomas Sanders coming in. I'm here for all the banter and the bit of fans. I'm loving it. Get 15 million for Neco, and I think we can go again and get him midfield. I don't think we'll finish this, though. I think we will get something.
No, we've still got 72 games left, man.
Exactly. James Savage, what is your favourite Liverpool kit of all time? Great question. Mine is the silver 1990 Liverpool kit with the specs in it and the candy.
Candy.
Yeah, I love that kit because it's my first ever one.
Oh,
I love that kit.
I don't know, you know. I'm going to think of that, Conway. I don't know. Because I was a fan of the Adidas kits.
I like the old kits as well. I love the retro kits, I've got to say.
Yeah, me too.
I I like the older.
I'm gonna have to come back to you, Conway. I'm gonna have to go through my collection and have a look. To be fair,
the older Tarchi and Crown Paints kits and stuff like that. They're legendary, absolutely legendary.
yeah. What's your favorite recent one though, Jay? In the last 20 years?
My favorite recent, I do like the one we won the Champions League in with the collar.
That's what I was thinking of. I love that kit, man.
I love that kit. That's just, you can wear that with a pair of jeans, go out, you know what I mean?
Hey man, big up New Balance, man. New Balance actually cared about our kits, to be fair.
New Balance make better kits than Nike. I'm saying it right now.
Nike is a cut and paste on it. It's rinse and repeat, bro. Our kit is pretty much Chelsea's kit, but you know, different specs.
The Premier League kit you're wearing now. Premier League kit, that is a beautiful top.
And it fits different on it, New Balance. It fits different.
It's got a nice fit on you. Where Nike, they cut inwards, don't they? So like that, don't it?
And New Balance tracksuits as well were pretty dope.
Yeah, the thing with Nike, I'll buy Liverpool kits like this one. I'll buy Liverpool kits, but because they're my team, so I'm going to buy them. But my God, I have to go size up in Nike.
Now you have to, bro. Especially if you get the thingy one, the Vapor one's even tighter, man.
Can't get the same size as New Balance. There's no way you do it.
Yeah, man. Big up New Balance, man.
Two shenanigans related to the transfer fee. They weren't going to pay that much for valuation. Too many. They'd initially agreed for €6 million, but Monaco just came in, like, saw Madrid were offering money and was just like, you can.
Yeah.
Just go win the Premier League next season and we'll win the Champions League. You'll get rid
if you don't, come back, Thomas.
Thomas, come back, mate. You've got to get rid of your fraud manager first. Mane 35, Taki 15, Nico 15.
Decent.
Arsenal, I bid for Rafinha, got rejected. You guys think Saka is going City? Don't make sense to have Rafa and Saka surely. Arsenal played. Arsenal go. What I've seen of Arsenal's transfer market this summer, they're going for players they don't need instead of players they do need. Like,
because Vieira plays an Odegaard position, isn't it?
Yeah, and they got no strikers. I mean, Gabriel Jesus, I don't think he's that great. Gabriel Jesus got a lot of goals for Man City because of the way Man City create opportunities. Arsenal are not going to make them create them same opportunities. So I don't see Gabriel Jesus scoring a lot of goals for Arsenal. I really don't. I think he's a good footballer and he will score a goal here and there, but I don't think he's not going to bag. I'll be surprised if he bags 20 goals for Arsenal next season.
Yeah.
If he does go. But now the Rafinha one, Rafinha's definitely leaving Leeds. I think Rafinha wants Barcelona personally, but
he does. It's their money, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's their money if they can get him or not. But he definitely wants to go there.
Yeah, I don't think he really wants to go Arsenal. Frankie De Jong, by the look of it, does not want to go to Man United. Any stretch of the imagination, but Barcelona are trying to get rid of him. The only first teamer we brought in is Núñez, but we lost a world-class player, so in that respect, we've got worse.
I would agree if Mane was still playing left wing.
Yeah, if Mane's still playing left wing, I would agree with you, but Diaz plays there. So, I can understand what you're saying, though, my friend. I can understand what you're saying, so I do get you. Jamie, are we seriously looking to take back Genie? Nah. Apparently it was all balls. Oyster saying Rafinha big rejected. Matt Ramsey's basically a straight swap from Nico. My problem with Nico, and I think Nico's a very good footballer, by the way, but he got abused so much for apparently doing. I don't get what he did wrong because he's not Trent.
That's what it was.
Because he's not Trent. He got abused the way he got abused. Let me put it to you like this, guys. If you were getting that abuse of people you didn't know and it was quite bad that you had to shut your social media off, would you actually want to stay at that club when it's your own
He's a good player as well, man. He's a decent player, bro. I like him.
Because
he played midfield in his last game. I swear that's the last time I seen him play for us. He was in midfield.
Yeah, well,
he's
for
right
Wales,
in the cup game.
Yeah, in Wales he plays wing back, don't he? He's more
advanced. Yeah, he's good. He's good for. He's really good for Wales.
He's more of a wing back than he is a proper fullback.
Yeah.
Where Trent can play in a 4-4-2, I don't think Nico can. I think he's more of that wing back, left midfield sort of position.
Yeah,
that suits him better. But he will be a good footballer.
Agreed.
Carvalho straight swap for Minamino. I don't know about that. For starters, Carvalho will play a lot more than Minamino.
Yeah.
So I'm saying on Chelsea won't as there are only two teams that can win the title. That's Man City and who I would win the title. The best Liverpool. Yeah, big Phil. Look at that. Pat Frank and Jamie Ray done well for their.
Yeah, they're cousins, isn't it?
Yeah. Casper and Peter, not a bad father and son. Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Gotta be public. Yeah, I can't read that out. I'm monetized now. It's no joke. Look what happened in Paris with our fans. Did
Yeah,
you
man.
imagine what happened somewhere ago, Qatar? No, yeah, and Paris is in the EU. What, in the EU?
Yep.
Look, we all know what happened. It's because there was a certain word beginning with B, ending in C. Trying to spell it now. Yeah. So yeah, it's because of Brexit. That's fine. Let's face it. The French hate us. The French hate the English. It's a simple.
Yeah.
Well, not all French people, obviously, but the authorities in France hate the English. The French government hate the English.
Yeah.
And that's what it got down to, and that's why they lied and they lost all the video evidence and everything, didn't they? And all the security.
Yeah, it's problem with authorities and that, it's tarnishing people the same brush, man. But
yeah.
England fans are different to Liverpool fans as well. Like if the
Liverpool fans ain't English fans.
Exactly, England fans actually. There's too much evidence to show that every time we go abroad, we you know what I mean? We're messing stuff up and public drinking and all that stuff in different countries. So just gotta treat it perfect, man. You know what I mean? Just treat it like you're on holiday in Dubai or something, because otherwise it's game over.
I can already answer this for Savage by letting him do it.
Come on, Oos! Hey, you know, like that. Listen, I love the New Day and that, but Usos and that's my gang, man. Come on.
Usos are the best tag team in wrestling.
I love them, man. I love them. I love everything about
I
them.
prefer the Usos to the Young Bucks.
The way, listen, I can't watch any more of them super kicks, bro. Usos to the death, man.
Once you've seen one Young Bucks match, you've seen them all. Jamie, you've seen Mane's quotes about his Bayern move. I've said it to you. Big up to you, my friend.
Big up, Ali, man.
Right, here we go.
Someone give Demo a hug as well, man. I feel you, Demo, but he's crying in the chat, bro.
Yeah, Sadio Mane interview at Bayern. When my agent first told me about Bayern's interest, I was immediately excited. I saw myself there right away. For me, it was the right club at the right time. That's fair enough.
That told us, isn't it?
Yeah, that just tells me he wanted a new challenge.
Yeah, big up.
Tells me he wanted a new challenge. We have to get a midfielder, so Mane, Divock, and Taki have gone our attacking options. Diaz, Nunez, Jota, Bobby, so yeah, we've got 6 attackers. How many do people want? You know, we've got 6. How many do people want? And we're going down the quality route. Well, quality, Diaz, quality, Jota, quality, Salah. Bobby has got moments of quality. Nunez, if he does what he did for Benfica all last season, quality. And then Carvalho has got all the ability to be better in every single one of these players I've just mentioned. So the players are there. I mean, we've got more attackers than City. City have only got Haaland and Alvarez. I love
It's very hard to get world-class players on the bench as well, man.
Yeah, I mean, what are we going to do? Get 3 world-class players on the bench and pay them all $400,000 a week just to sit there? We can't do it.
If we're honest, the easiest players to get on the bench will be English players, but the fact is that the teams selling them are going to boost the money up. You know what I'm saying? So the fat collar ones don't, man. Only thing with the fat collar one is it don't sit right when I'm wearing it, man.
No, I've got big shoulders, so it sits up here.
Yeah, that's the problem I got, man. It feels like I'm being choked in that, but it's a dope kit.
It's for the more supple man.
Come on.
More petite fella. But it's like a cricket collar, ain't it?
I
like it. It's a lovely looking kit, but no, it sits up here on me and it irritates me. It makes me itch.
That's why I don't wear it. It's irritating, man.
Yeah, 95 home kit. I can't remember.
It's the first kit I saw Liverpool playing, I think, live anyway.
Can't quite remember it. I just put 1995 home kit and not Liverpool, and it's come out saying really weird.
The kits used to come up so big, man.
They used to be baggy as hell, didn't they?
Yeah, when I had the cream Carlsberg one, I had that. For some reason, that kit reminds me of Redknapp. I don't know. Did he score against Man U in that kit? And we lost the game.
Yeah.
You know, I think mad stuff as a kid, man. I remember watching that game. I had football training I think it was for Wolves at the time. And then when it was on the way back, I remember looking through the window in the pub and watching. He had a free kick or something. Man, it's good, man.
There we go. This kit.
Dope.
I
If
love
they
that.
remake that kit, it could be incredible. I
That
love
is-
that kit, man.
That is a nice kit.
Reminds me of Robbie Fowler and McManaman, that kit.
Yeah. And weren't the away one just green? Exactly.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same.
yeah, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
green. Everything was the
And
same.
then the other green one we had like 2 years later reminds me of a TT camera.
Oh yes. See,
Just reminds me of him scoring a rocket. Mad memories, man.
I'll follow him on YouTube, on Twitter. Sorry, T Cameron. Brilliant.
Get him on the channel, bro.
He's brilliant. I'll try. I've already DM'd him.
Tell him I'm gonna make a witch kid, man, and then get him on.
I love that guy. I think he's great. There's another one here. Let me just take this one off and share this.
I see a video idea coming, Jamie.
Yeah.
Liverpool's best kits rated. Don't show
Yeah.
too many.
Yeah, I'm feeling that as well. I'm going to just show one more because I do feel that. This one, I love this kit. I got this at Christmas. I got the full kit.
Beautiful kit.
I love this kit. I had the shorts, the socks, everything. I put it on Christmas Day. Looked like a prat. But I love it. you can only put full kits on when you're a certain age. After that, you have to stop. But I think I was 15 when I put the old full kit on. When I got the full kit from Christmas, and I got the Mitre football, the old Mitre footballs.
Yeah.
Used to love them things. When there's a pitch just around the corner from where I live, so we all went around there. So us mates on Christmas Day.
You can get away with the full kit, Jay, as long as you don't wear the football socks with it.
Yeah, I love the football socks.
You have to snazz it up, bro. Because I tried that before, man. I was getting ready to go pub and that to watch Liverpool match. And I was like, hold on a minute. Looking like one of them John Cena grown men here with the full kit on, so I had to take off the socks.
Wearing all the gimmick.
Yeah.
Oh, the black Liverpool away kit. I think it was a 2002, 2003.
Ooh. That's the Michael Owen wore that kit, didn't he?
Yeah, the Reebok kits.
That's the kit what I burnt.
Well, yeah, okay.
My dad got it me for Christmas and they had a win on the back, man. Oh, mate, you don't even want to know, bro.
Had it gone.
That was my first and only heartbreak, bro. Shambles. What a mess, man.
Edge and Christian back in the day for me, best tag team, but I don't see it. And I haven't seen it in about 10 years. So
Big up Edge and Christian, man.
You do you have any merch from WWE? Yeah.
Don't get me started, bro. I've got
two.
two.
Behind him, right there.
Don't get me started, bro. I've got everything, bro. I've got everything, bro. Yeah, man.
I don't really clip. I ain't great collecting anything wrestling in ages.
Well, the last like year or so, WWE sending me stuff in it, but before that, I can't. If I add up the money, it's a lot of money, bro. Especially the belts.
Have you got the proper replicas in?
The replicas are at proper replicas are at my son's house.
Yeah.
And then I've got one. I can't even get it, man. There's one what's here signed by Samoa Joe, but it's locked up in a cabinet thing. But
they cost a fortune.
They're about without sales. They're about $350 each.
Yeah.
The dope though to have. If you can get one of them in your life, man, and just get it on your wall, it's nice, man.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone to a few WWE shows, especially at the O2, because it's like 25 minutes from where I live, so it's easy to get to. So I've gone to quite a few Raws and SmackDowns at the O2, and when the merch stand's open, you go over there and have a look, and stuff they're selling.
Mate, not the one last November. Yeah, the one before COVID. I was gonna beat up the security guard, man, because like when we was going in the stadium and that, my son had his belt, and then the geezer's like, "You can't bring your belt in." I was like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "You can't bring your belt in." I said, "But you're selling them." He's like, "Yeah, you can buy one and take it in, but you can't bring it in." I said, "Big man, come outside." We need to have a word, man. We need to have a word, bro, because I wasn't having that.
Well, they thought it was a weapon or something like that.
Yeah, we had a word, and my son took his in. That's all you need to know about that situation.
I'm done.
Yeah. I was in my own city, man. You're not doing that in my own city. Forget that.
I'm sorry. I've been impressed with the Night Kids lately. No, the new one's actually, I think, the best one. I actually did one last season's, but you just got to make sure whatever size you are, get the size up. Don't matter how
I think the one you've got is the best one. To be fair, I think it's the best Nike one.
Don't matter how skinny you are or how big you are or anything like that. Just get the size up, because if you want it to fit comfortably, because I don't like tight wearing clothes. I hate it. I like to feel a bit of movement. I want my body to breathe. So, yeah, I always go to size up. I mean, this one is more loose fitting in the other two night kits though, so it's a bit more, bit more baggy. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, it's my favourite one of the last night ones.
My dad years ago used to drive the wrestlers. I had breakfast with Stone Cold and Booker T in Nottingham. Unbelievable experience. Luke, my man, that is awesome.
And that's the bottom line.
I don't know. I don't know what I'd do if I was sharing cornflakes with Austin. I can't imagine him eating cornflakes.
I got some stories about wrestlers backstage, but they have to go on a Patreon or something, or they have to go on some undercover videos, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, my dad was security guard at the stadium, innit? And like, yeah, Miss Kitty and Terry and that's all I'm saying, bro. But anyway, let's continue.
There you go. Who's now the top babyface in WWE? Good question, actually.
There ain't no baby faces, man. It was Cody and I was injured.
Cody was, I can sort of say Roman.
It's Cody and Riddle, isn't it?
Riddle, yeah. Riddle's feuding with Seth now, which is weird. But
he shouldn't be, but Cody's the Cody, yeah.
I suppose Roman in a way as well, because he does get cheered.
Yeah, I mean he's a heel, but they love him, so
yeah, Roman's the man. This is what Vince was always right about Roman. He just did it the wrong way.
Yeah.
But, big up Ash with £10 suit chat. Cream Kit 97, loved that. Was 10 years old. Was at the old Ivory night. Fowler dived and told the referee dived, but had to take the pin and missed.
I remember that, man.
Rebound 1-2-1. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because Seaman came out and Fowler actually jumped over Seaman, didn't he? And did up. And I think Fowler won the Fair Play Award that year or something like that, didn't he? And because he said he dived. And but I remember, who did charge him? Was it Roy Evans? Yeah, Roy Evans was going barmy saying, "Shut up and penalty, don't be so honest."
Roy Evans always looks stressed as a Liverpool manager, man. Like he just came to games looking stressed, man.
Seen the daughter he produced, like.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that more. Big up to Roy, man.
Baby boys is quite tough. Seth Rollins, yes, Seth's the man. I like Seth.
Yeah, Seth ain't babyface though. This geezer just took Cody out.
Yeah, exactly. I worked at Interaction at Earls Court one year watching the Undertaker.
What?
Bring his huge leg over the and listen to the engine on that baby life. Simply amazing. Look at that.
That means that Gene worked there when I was at the stadium, man, and I was a kid, man.
There you go. Right, Taker. That would have been man. Biggest one I met was Big Show, literally. Riddle Defo. Yeah, Riddle's just yeah, I
don't want to see him as champion anytime soon. He's good though, but I don't want to see him as champion, bro. Put some shoes on first, man.
He just hasn't got that in him to be champion, has he? I haven't watched since Mania, and before then didn't, as I only now watch between Rumble and Mania. Well, a lot of fans do, to be fair. But I've turned Owen's face after his Austin match. Best heel should be turned baby face. Yeah, I agree, but this ain't likeable about him being a heel at the same time as well. Yeah. I got a weird feeling American Badass will be offered a new job as a new CEO.
Man, that's never gonna happen, man. Undertaker doesn't want that hassle, bro. No way, bro.
Vinnie Mac returned to Raw.
I mean, apparently he's just before that thing happened the other day where they announced what's gone on with Vince. They'd paid like 10 million out to some other people and that, so I think he might be all right, you know. I think he might be all right, man. This geezer turned up on SmackDown and Raw, bro. He's trolling everyone, bro.
I don't care. He's going to be on NXT tonight as well. He don't care.
Both times he's come out and said nothing and left.
He does nothing. He just comes out and the fans love him. I don't know what Vince... I mean, what Vince did is wrong. It's not illegal, by the way, what he did. Everyone's acting like he committed a crime. He slept with a woman and then John Laurinaitis had a go and they pegged her off. I can't believe the way I just said that. I didn't mean how it sounded. but then they paid her off. And then she took the money at the end of the day. I mean...
Yeah, man. Let's not feel too bad, man. She got 3 million, man. She
got 3 mil. I mean...
She got more than Taki's had in his Liverpool contract, so just...
Maybe he's got a sleeping Vince.
Yeah.
Rich in the house. Will Liverpool be stronger or weaker next season?
Stronger.
Never get weaker. Favourite match for me is Undertaker versus Triple H. I want to say greatest match of all time. Oh yeah, I see it here, Luke. You put favourite match, guys. So my favourite match, I've got two. Justin Liger versus Brian Pillman.
Incredible.
WCW, the greatest opening match of pay-per-view history. Great match if everyone's not seen that. And the other one is Shawn Michaels and Taker at Mania 25, which is it's very tight between that and Austin versus Bret Hart at Mania 13, which is the most underrated match of all time, by the way.
The match is incredible. It's
probably the second best Mania match ever, apart from Taker and Shawn, I would say, because of the importance of it. It completely changed wrestling. It completely changed wrestling.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I think if I take my emotions out of it, because obviously the best matches for me are going to be the ones where my favorite wrestlers in that one. But it's different watching it younger than watching it now. But Austin and The Rock WrestleMania 17. I love Rock and Hogan 18, just for the feel of it. You know what match is sick if you watch it in the last 10 years? Go back and watch Royal Rumble, Brock, Cena, and Seth.
Oh, that triple threat match.
It's one of the best matches of all time.
It's an amazing match. When Brock legitimately breaks his ribs on the table.
Yeah, man. It's one of the best matches I've ever seen, man.
He comes back out to a huge pop and then just suplexes the shit out of everyone.
Yeah.
It's a great match.
Yeah,
Cena AJ Styles at SummerSlam was a great match as well.
Another incredible one. That was Cena's best match in a while, man.
Yeah, and what is it? Elimination Chamber? Was it Cena versus Kevin Owens was a great match as well when he came into
United States Championship.
Yeah.
Dope. If I'm honest, all my favorite matches in the last 10 years, most of them are on NXT. To be honest, I can't even lie, man. Their pay-per-view matches were incredible, man. Bayley versus Sasha.
And DIY against each other.
Oh, you love it as well. It's one of the greatest matches ever, man.
One of the greatest feuds. That build-up was beautiful.
Yeah.
No one watched it because it was on. It weren't.
I know, and now Ciampa just attacking people for no reason.
Yeah. What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Armageddon Hell in the Cell match. Oh, is that the 6th?
I love this. Every time me and Jamie do a stream, man, the wrestling fans hijack the chat. Man.
The wrestling. Everyone's on the wrestling chat now. We've gone wrestling chat. Triple H versus Undertaker. I can't remember what WrestleMania it was low. That was 17.
Yeah, it's back. There was loads back to back, and it was Triple H and Undertaker done the 2 back to back ones. End of an era one as well.
Yeah, Triple H was meant to win that match as well.
They look battered at the end of that for real, on it when Shawn was the ref. Oh my god, man!
So, Mania 17 is the greatest wrestling card ever.
Yeah. I think I know my worst match of all time though. It's one of them Saudi Arabia shows, bro. It might be DX versus the Brother of Destruction or Goldberg versus Undertaker. I never want to see that again.
You're telling me it's not the evening gown match between Jared Briscoe and Pat Patterson?
I was all right with that, man. It was progressive, man. It was above it.
It had commercial value, didn't it? That's what it
was ahead of its time, man.
Yeah. Them two were legends.
I mean, that match would be celebrated these days, bro.
No, Taker versus that Taker Kane versus Triple H and Shawn Michaels match.
You know what it was with that match here? It made me sad. 2, everything what could have went wrong. Triple H tore his pec. Shawn had a headband on with a hat with no hair, and no one knew. Kane's hair fell off with the mask. And instead of just leaving it off, he tried to grab it and pull it back on quickly. Undertaker done the worst choke slam I've ever seen him do. Listen, let's not even talk about that match, man. Spider just run past me, bro. Yo.
Oh, I love on Windowsill.
Yeah. All right, listen. Unless you're gonna turn me into Peter Parker, get out of my room, man.
I'm nowhere near. I hate Spider.
The 2 quick as well.
With the super chat, Jamie. What do you know about Jordan Rossiter? What former Liverpool player? He just signed for my local team, Bristol Rovers, and
he's a good player.
Yeah. He was a young guy at Liverpool. I don't think he ever really made the grade in the first team. Might have played 1 or 2 or a handful of games in the first team, but I know they bought a lot of him in the youth setup. Yeah. So he'll probably do well at Bristol Rovers, Marvin. Probably do well. And big up to you for the super chat. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it, guys. Really do. Cowboy Brock is just taking the P out of Hangman Page. It's because he does it better in Hangman Page. It was the most boring man I've ever seen in my life. Oh, right, I've got a thing with AEW. I'm going to say this right now.
Oh, God, here we go.
Right, I watched AEW last night on ITV, yeah? Because it's always, the one at midnight is like the week before show.
The week before, yeah.
So I'm watching that show and I'm thinking, right, if I'm new to watching AEW right now, I have no idea what all the stories are because they don't tell you.
There isn't any?
It's just match after match after match. And look, the match between Thingy from the what? Against the English
FTR.
Yeah. And,
Will Ospreay.
Quality match, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of near falls in here that make it a quality match that everyone can play. WWE do, but when AEW do it, it's okay. But quality match. And then the ending. So
stupid ending.
The ending didn't make no sense to me. And so they had Moxley come out and Tanahashi had this face off, yeah. Tanahashi don't speak a word of English. He can say the odd word, which
he can say shut up, is that all he can say?
Yeah. And if no one knows who Tanahashi is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, full stop. Not even Japanese, just of all time. He's basically the Japanese Bret Hart, if you know. That's basically what he is. He's
pretty
tremendous.
Much.
And Moxley's always apparently wanted to wrestle him. News to me. But apparently he's always wanted to So they go have this Forbidden Door match. And they come out, Moxley's talking to him. And obviously, Tanahashi can't really respond to what he wants to say. So then they have to get Jericho's lot to come out. And then Ty Conte, who's just butt ugly. And then and all that come out. And then just get in the ring and start like a weird brawl that made no sense. And then Jericho.
And then Sammy starts snogging her in it for no reason.
And then like Lance Archer is put on weight, by the way. What's happened to him? And he's now part of Jericho's crew. And I was like, what is going on? Because I know wrestling, so I know.
It's Jericho Appreciation Society, and that's the group.
I like the fact they're the sports entertainers. I like that little thing on it. But I'm watching it and thinking, I know wrestling, so I've watched it all my life. So I know everyone in this ring. I know who to. But if I'm a casual watching AEW for the first time, I'm not watching it again the following week.
Because and Jamie, that's why they don't have casuals, bro.
Yeah, because I have no idea what is going on. Because there's no story. It's just a match, then another match, and then another match. I'm like, can I have a break? I don't want to see 3 matches in a row on TV.
Pretty much, if MJF's not involved or Jericho, there's no story, so just forget about it.
Yeah,
or CM Punk. There's no story without them.
It's weird, and it's very WCW-like, ain't it? The way
I think that's what they're going for.
The way it's presented, it reminds me of Nitro from '97. You've got Tony Schiavone, who looks terrible. He shouldn't be on camera. He looks awful. You got all this set up and the crap music they've all got. They've got and I saw Miro. I ain't seen Rusev for days, and he just come out to generic music with no presentation.
He was injured for ages, man. It's weird, bro. They're all injured, man. It's weird.
Lost a lot of weight. He looks great now.
They need Kenny Omega back, man.
Zero presentation. No presentation. Terrible generic music. Walked in the ring and thinking, what's he actually doing any better here than he was in WWE?
No, because Rusev Day was over as hell, man.
Is he?
It's because of Thingy, innit? They're trying to Thingy. They're trying to force Forbidden Door down everyone's throats, and so now they have to get everyone used to Japanese wrestlers who most people don't know. It's weird.
No, and that's this weekend, ain't it? I believe. And
yeah, 26. Forbidden Door should have been.
Should have just been a TV show. Should have just been a TV show. Because
they
don't. Their pay per view. They're not. Way I looked at it and read about AEW. AEW are not a. They're not a pay per view company. They're a TV show company, aren't they? Where WWE
are going to have 4 pay per views a year, I think, normally.
Yeah, where WWE are more like their special events and stuff like that. That's what they do. They don't really give a shit about TV shows. But with them, it's all about their TV shows and stuff like that. But I'm watching them thinking. Then I watched a match between Britt Baker and Tony Storm, and it was shockingly bad, really bad.
Listen, Tony Storm ain't the best, man. She's
got massive.
I don't want to talk about. So, listen, she got OnlyFans, man. That's what big up Tony. That's
apparently all these women hate
All of
Vince
them have OnlyFans, bro.
because Vince makes them all dress in a certain kind of way to look sexy on telly. Apparently, they think it's all degrading, but then they leave WWE and get OnlyFans where they show
I mean, they
them.
think they're getting dressed up. Yeah, they think they're getting dressed up, but they might want to have a word with Stacey Keebler and Tori and that, because that's completely different, man. There were bra and panties matches back then, so
It's
I prefer ECW, man. I like it. I watch AEW. It's part of my job now, innit? But listen, ECW every time, bro. Every time.
Jamie, your chat is the best. Good. And Hugo, you're the best one. Well, chat, good to Jamie, and Hugo gave me 5. Mate, pick yourself up. I got what you said there. It's all good. Don't worry. I'll see what. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Legends say that all good and well. Versus Braves football fans call the city of Madrid the last stop. Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. Remember the Shockmaster?
The Shockmaster!
He fell over, tugboat. Okay.
If you watch that back, there's a few funny things. Watch Sid's reaction, and if you listen closely, you can hear Ric Flair go, "Oh God."
Yeah, he does. He says in that. Flair must be thinking, "What is this?"
Right, man. Ric Flair's match is coming soon, man. I'm here for it.
Right, guys, as we always do, we always talk wrestling at the end of a football debate. But there you go. Guys, thanks for today. This has been a success. Obviously, as the more we do this, as the weeks go on, more people will call in, more debates, more topics. But we'll keep this going every single Tuesday, guys. I've enjoyed this. It's been a laugh.
Yeah, it's been fun, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat, man.
Yeah.
Loads of good, interesting comments and that, man.
And don't forget, guys, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to go to Savage's channel as well and subscribe to him there. Cause
yeah, man. Savage Talks Wrestling. And big up my dog in the background, you know, like that Pablo the Savage. You know vibes.
Big up, Pablo. Yeah, go and subscribe to him, guys. And then the rest of his channels will be there in his channel as well. And go and subscribe to them all, guys. We'll be back next Tuesday for another calling show. And I'll be back tomorrow at 12:30, guys, for my little bit of a Liverpool debate. Is the front three of Bobby Firmino, Sadio Mane, and Mo Salah Liverpool's greatest ever attack? So I'll be back at 12:30 for that. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on the way in, on the way out, watching this replay. Be up to everyone. Much love. See you all tomorrow.
Peace out, guys.